for an office near you.
With so much uncertainty in the world today, you may find yourself wondering, is now even the right time to retire?
And so many people are waiting, and those folks are going to be waiting a really long time, I hate to say, because there's no perfect time. The market is always unpredictable and volatile.
Fortunately, Jim Cipriotti has been helping get people to, through, and beyond retirement for over 25 years. And each week, he wants to help give you that freedom to retire. Listen to Freedom to Retire with Jim Cipriotti, Saturday mornings at 9 and Sunday afternoons at 5 on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
When it comes to affordable term life insurance, everyone's whistling the Big Lou tune. If you're over 50, maybe a bit porky, or have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost about $200 a month. Even if you're not in perfect health, call Big Lou, because he specializes in finding big chunks of affordable term life insurance for just about everyone. Don't let diabetes or other health glitches keep you from owning $500,000 to $1 million or more of term life insurance. For affordable term life insurance, call Big Lou. Don't hesitate. Call 800-700-6898, 800-700-6898, or visit biglou.com.
Call Big Lou, don't hesitate, 800-700-6898. Call Big Lou, don't hesitate, 800-700-6898. Visit biglou.com.
This summer, Hester Chevrolet is turning up the heat with summer savings on a great selection. Looking for a great deal? Lease a new 2026 Chevy Equinox, just $343 per month, or a new 2024 Chevy Silverado EV, just $699 a month. Visit Hester Chevrolet, Philly's trusted Chevy dealer, or check us out online at HesterChevy.com. Call 267-343-9094 for details. Hester Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Hester Chevrolet!
Whether it's midfield or in the red zone, our hometown team can handle anything thrown their way. That's why PNC is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Eagles Radio Network and support the team's dedication to smart, tested tactics. Being adaptable and preparing a solid strategy pays off. And just like any big game, when it comes to your finances, there is a lot on the line. Having a dependable team allows you to make the plays you need to reach your goals. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Is your AC struggling this summer? Trying to put off replacement for another year? No need to wait. CNC Heating and Air Conditioning will install your new unit now, and you can pay later. Right now, qualified customers get 0% financing and no payments until 2027. That's right, no payments until 2027. As York certified comfort experts, they're the name you can trust. And your estimate? Absolutely free. Call CNC Heating and Air Conditioning today or visit cc-hvac.com.
WPHT, WPHT HD, WOGL HD3, Philadelphia. Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Piazza Auto Group Studios, experience the power of one with 8 brands and 25 locations. Free speech lives here. It's Kayal and Company on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
This Monday, August 18th, it is indeed Kayal and Company, right here on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. We are always live on the free Odyssey, iHeartRadio apps, and of course, streaming live for your video viewing pleasure over on YouTube as we head until 10 o'clock this morning. 855-839-1210, the phone number. On social media at 1210 WPHT. I am at Nick Kayal, Kayal. Anna Hummel in for Dawn Stensland this week. Greg Stocker. Hello, Anna. Greg Stocker's our chairman of the board. Phil Almquist, Jimmy Kelly, our associate producers. Hopefully all of you had a great weekend. Anna, good to have you back in the fold. How you doing?
Oh, my God. Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing great, actually.
Beautiful.
How are you guys? How's the move?
The move is over. The move is over, and we are going to recap some of the hell and the fury that I went through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh, good.
And Gregory Stocker, you are actually like a prophet.
A prophet.
You have.
I am.
Nothing resonates more with me right now than your disdain for a certain big box retail store.
Yes.
And we'll get into that this morning. But how was your weekend, pal?
Everything was great. Nice setup we have here. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see Dawn is actually, or Nick is actually in Dawn's studio.
Yes.
Anna, if you could just raise your level just a little bit, your volume, your volume just a little bit. Because
more.
See,
mic check 3 2 1.
What happens when we do this live on air because that's how we roll here.
Right.
When you record things in the main studio, you need to switch them back. You need to switch them back when you record things in the main studio.
So
switch them back.
We've narrowed down the culprit.
Yeah.
I was thinking we could do like a 1210 WPHT Law and Order CSI where we can rule out suspects.
No.
Because Dom was down at the shore, so it's not his fault.
Zioli was down at the shore.
Zioli's never in the studio, so definitely not his fault.
Yeah.
Right?
And I think all of the remote or all the weekend hosts were on remote this weekend too. So
okay.
Nobody's been in the studio since we were here last.
Except one program that decided to tape and then didn't switch everything back over.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
By the way, if you're going to, and I know you're going to get to this later, Nick, but just a little tease here.
Yeah, baby. I love a tease.
So now the NFL has a new lineup of virtue signaling for their on-field. So if you tune into the Eagles Cowboys game on September 4th, in the end zone, it'll say choose love.
Choose love.
Choose love.
I'll tell you what, if we keep coming in here on Mondays and the equipment doesn't work, I'm going to choose violence.
Sometimes that's the only way to get things done.
Yeah,
right.
A little violence. Because I don't know about you guys, but when I'm watching my NFL games, I need to see choose love.
Yeah.
And it takes all of us.
To end racism.
And end racism in the end zones.
Right.
So.
I know Anna Hummel, not a hardcore NFL fan, but did you know, Anna, over the last handful of years, in the post-George Floyd social justice movement era, that by putting end racism in the back of the end zones of a football stadium, they actually were able to cure the plague that is racism. It's all gone now. And all it took was chalk on grass.
I guess homophobia is next because they got some male cheerleaders on the field.
That's
Not
true.
The Eagles, but I think some other sports teams.
No, the Eagles do too.
Oh,
We
have a Mrs. Doubtfire as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
It takes all of us.
It does.
End racism. Choose love. What are some of the other ones here? Inspire change.
Inspire change.
Ugh.
Don't worry about winning a football game and entertaining people that paid an arm and a leg to go to your game for a family of 4. Choose social justice messaging.
It says that this is an honor and responsibility that the league takes seriously, which is why we actively invest in off-field programs and on-field initiatives that promote unity.
You know,
like what? What do you do?
As our linebackers are, beating the hell out of the
right. As we work our way towards CTE with the brain.
For your viewing pleasure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's either the NFL as a league or Roger Goodell, the commissioner, is a tax-exempt league and or a tax-exempt position. You want to end that nonsense in the end zone? If you're Trump, if you're the administration, you put an end to their tax-exempt status. Watch how quickly they change their tune and get rid of that nonsense.
Wow. Look at that.
I'm assuming he could do that. I mean, somebody could federally when it comes to taxes.
Yeah.
Watch how quickly they change.
Yeah.
All right.
They'll end that as soon as their compensation is ended.
You're damn right. Hit them where it hurts in their wallet. All right, we have a lot to get to. A Monday big take on Russia following Trump and Putin and their meeting in Alaska. Also, Marco Rubio against the media post-meeting on Friday. We'll get into that. My weekend retail nightmare.
Oh boy.
It should not shock anybody. that Amazon and door deliveries on your porch are the way to go. I will give you the litany of reasons as to why that business is skyrocketing, and I will never step foot in a Walmart ever again the rest of my
I can't
life.
wait to hear about
This is unbelievable.
Today's show sponsored by Walmart.
That's right. Rolling back prices for back to school. And, of course, we have a couple of other things to hit on, too. Anna has a couple of great stories, including pregnancy robots for infertility. Unbelievable. And also a Nashville police officer sex scandal. And what was the punishment? We'll get to that coming up. Cut Sheet, Fight Club, and Harry Mays at 7:45 for the Cut Sheet. But before all of that, let's get to the news. Even though I'm in Dawn's news booth, Anna from Florida, round number 1 of the news. Take it away, Alma.
Let's do it. Kayal Company news at the 6 a.m. hour. Veteran firefighter dies in line of duty after 65 years of service. Very sad story. For the first time in its 70-year history, Station 14 has lost a firefighter in the line of duty. Ed Margovich, a lifelong member of the Croydon Fire Company, died last week at the age of 80 after injuries sustained while responding to a fire. Outside the firehouse, the flag flies at half-staff.
Yeah, fly your flag, baby. Fly your flag.
A memorial sits at the front steps where members of the community have begun leaving flowers. Parked outside the bay doors is his personal car, of course, fire truck red. Quote, "It's a big loss for us. It really is," said Joe Gaspar, the department's public information officer. Apparently, Margovich answered his final alarm just before dawn on Friday, August 8th. Around 5:30 a.m., he joined firefighters battling a van fire that spread to a nearby home in Croydon. A blaze later determined to be arson. Margovich and 2 other firefighters were injured.
So here's my question, and I know the DA is going to make a decision on this, but this was an arson, so clearly this is now it's murder too, right? Since this firefighter was killed.
Intentional, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused about the details because if you read a little further, it says while directing traffic at the scene, Margovich returned to the firehouse to gather equipment. Inside, he fell and broke his femur.
Oh.
Despite treatment, his condition worsened, and a week later, he died from his injuries.
Oh, jeez.
Interesting. So it wasn't from the
the smoke
Yes,
injection.
it was, but he was responding to
Okay, maybe that's where
you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I don't think it would be first degree murder. Definitely not. But second.
Greg and I always talk about how we have no spine and backbone, and we would never, go to war and join the military or be police officers. I couldn't be a firefighter either. I mean, these guys.
It's a dangerous job.
It really is. Like, we get so caught up, and rightfully so, with all the police violence and all of the incidents where our officers are being disrespected and assaulted. But, man, I know the math is probably lower on a firefighter dying or being hurt, but sign me up. I'm out on that.
Here's the other thing. Newman Price brings this up, and I'm going to go there, too, because that's what we do on the show. An 80-year-old firefighter?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Well, now, was he a volunteer or was he paid?
I don't think it says.
Well, I'd love to know if he was still able to pass all the fitness requirements and whatever you need athletically to do the job, right? Like we always talk about DEI and not letting people in just for the sake of checking off a box, right?
Right. Yeah, I don't know if he was. I think he would still respond to fires like periodically because he just liked it. I don't know if he was a volunteer or if he was paid.
Yeah.
He was, obviously. I think he served for over 5-6 decades, something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot to the story, and I definitely think the arsonist should be charged with something for this man's death. But I think there's other, to Anna's point, I think there's other questions here and other factors here.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to prove it was the fire that killed him out in the highway.
Well, I guess so, but it's also, like I said, if you're responding to a fire.
Yeah. In response to that guy's action.
That guy's action, and the man died.
Yep.
Do you then? Yeah.
We'll find out, I guess.
Yeah.
Rapper Skrilla, are you familiar with this person?
Yeah, I just added his latest album to my Spotify playlist.
Oh, cool. Well, he's going to come out with a sweet new music video, so
cool.
Just letting you know. He was arrested during a music video shoot in Kensington.
Ah, cool.
His real name is Jamil Edwards, and he's better known as the rapper Skrilla, was arrested on Saturday night in Kensington, according to the Philadelphia Police Department. At approximately 11:05 p.m. on August 16th, a Philadelphia police officer was allegedly shot with gel pellets from a toy gun by Edwards, who fired at the officer. He was struck 3 times in the face, neck, and chest areas. The officer was not injured during the incident. Edwards had been filming a music video at the intersection of Kensington and Allegheny. Is that how you say it? Allegheny Avenues.
Allegheny
Yes.
Avenue. Yep.
Thank you.
You got it.
A large crowd had gathered to film the video, and officers were present to ensure the roadway remained clear and traffic was not obstructed. John McCain, known as the Philly captain on YouTube, spoke with Fox 29's Kelly Rule about the incident. He recorded as the police arrested Edwards. Quote, "It wasn't malice. He was joking around, but I guess there's some things you can't do," he said. Quote, "I'm really glad it didn't go as bad as it could have because it was kept calm."
Wait a minute. He was joking around with the so what? A gel pellet gun? What is it? I don't know. We had the story. Was it last week where somebody was using a compressed air gun? And of course, I had no idea the difference between compressed air versus gunpowder and things like that. Sure. Why would you ever shoot a gel packet or pellet gun at law enforcement? Am I getting the facts correct there?
I think you
Skrilla,
are.
the artist, fired a non-lethal weapon at an officer?
Right. And it says, quote here, "Definitely knew it was a toy." And I don't know if he means like the rapper or the policeman. The kids who owned the gun were playing with it for 20 minutes before everything happened. The song seemed okay, and hopefully people listen to it when it comes out.
You know, this would never happen at a Luke Combs recording. You know what I'm saying? Morgan Wallen might be throwing chairs off of the top of a Nashville rooftop, but he's not shooting at officers.
By the way, going back to that first story, Mark Bissey on the YouTube chat says it's considered line of duty up to 24 hours after the call. Okay. So anything that happens to an individual.
Interesting.
Yeah. So if Nick Kayal dies of a heart attack, which he's going to, 24 hours after some sort of event,
right?
Then that would still be in the line of duty. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, then I guess I wonder if that applies for police officers then, because any officer that died 24 hours after January 6th, Chuck Schumer's not able to say is a January 6th homicide.
That's true.
Right?
It's true.
We're being consistent.
Yes, that works. Lastly, McGlinchey's. Are you familiar with this place?
No.
Well, it's closing forever, so you might want to get your last-minute trip in, but apparently Philadelphia dive bar lovers have a reason to mourn. McGlinchey's is closing its doors forever on Friday.
Oh.
A source inside McGlinchey's, who asked to remain anonymous, gave us the bad news late Sunday afternoon, and the bartender on duty Sunday confirmed that the closure, saying it's our last day is this Friday, so tell everyone to come in when they still can. The reason for the closing in McGlinchey's is reportedly simple enough. There's just not enough business to sustain it.
Well, I'll swing by with a hundo and we'll keep them going.
Do you like dive bars?
I do.
I
do. Yeah. I am very much against most of the chain bar establishments. I would much rather go to a locally owned mom and pop, hole in the wall, 10, 12 seats at this bar. As long as you have a decent television and decent prices, I'm in.
You know what, by the way, as we're sitting here, the three of us, and I am looking at one beautiful face and the other, Nick. Dawn keeps it really close, because we want to see her.
Right.
We don't want to see you.
Right.
So your bald head, there's glow, there's shining.
I'm still getting situated into this setup. This is a very odd setup in here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does Phil need to pan back, or do I just need
No,
to move?
well, in the next commercial break, you can move back into your studio, because I think the headphones are working.
Ah, cool.
So,
all right.
We just needed to do this for the first segment here.
Right.
So, if you're watching, sorry about the glare off of your bald head.
Right. And even though I'm in Dawn's
Greg's
studio,
apologizing for
it. Hummel, it's unbelievable. Every Monday we come in here, there's an issue.
It's
every single Monday.
Yeah.
Stalker was ready to go nuclear last week.
Oh, it was. I was apoplectic about everything.
Such a great word. I love that.
Everything is wrong in the studio.
Yeah.
On Mondays, and I don't know why. I don't know why.
Does this happen on KYW? No. Would this happen on 94.1 WIP? No. How about B101 or 98 WOG? Why is it always little old 1210 that gets the deal with the nonsense?
Yeah.
I think they're doing it intentionally.
I agree.
Because they don't value free speech like we do.
Yeah. By the way, Hummel, good news update. Thank you very much.
Oh, yes, thank you.
There you go.
Kurt saying thank you.
Beautiful.
There you go.
All right, we will come back and get to a Monday morning big take. Russia. The recap from Trump, Putin in Alaska. Is it the start of the deal? Back after this on Kayal and Company. But first, a word from our friends at Bucks County Estate Traders, because the reality is they don't make furniture like they used to. We just completed the move into the new house. All of our new furniture has arrived. And if you're tired of that cheap, mass-produced junk like I am, like my wife was, well, then get to Bucks County Estate Traders, because they have a Labor Day sale that's happening August 25th. That's right. It's coming up just a week from today, and it runs August 25th through September 1st. You can save 20 to 50% off store-wide and explore all sorts of styles, from 18th century American and European designs to mid-century modern and contemporary showstoppers. You will not find these high-quality statement pieces in big box stores, including Walmart. Their massive climate-controlled Hatfield showroom holds nearly 20,000 unique items, and when you visit, you'll be greeted by their experienced staff ready to guide you through the collection. Or you can browse on your own, as each piece has a QR code for instant details right on your phone. No matter what room you're furnishing, living, dining, home office, or man cave, Bucks County Estate Traders, they have it all. And unlike the chain stores, if you see something you love, take it home the same day. Shop online with code LABOR25. Remember that code, LABOR25, at buckscountyestatetraders.com, or visit the Hatfield showroom, open 7 days a week, and tell them Nick Kayal sent you.
It's the dog days of summer and you're sweating in a clunker with no AC? Fetch yourself a new ride at Colonial Hyundai in Downingtown. John Ashdale, the car czar, is throwing you a bone. Save up to 20% off any new Hyundai in stock. The deals are unleashed at Colonial. Get behind the wheel of a brand new Hyundai Tucson, Santa Fe, or Palisade and save big. For a limited time only at Colonial, take advantage of 0% financing on any new Hyundai in stock. Plus, Colonial Hyundai will give you the most for your trade, even if it's in worse condition than a junkyard dog. Colonial will give you $6,500 for your trade, no matter the condition. And your new ride will be covered nose to tail. Every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain and Hyundai Assurance. Colonial Hyundai will also donate $100 for every vehicle sold this month to the Brandywine SPCA. So don't sit or stay. Run to Colonial Hyundai on Route 30 in Downingtown. Or shop online at colonialhyundai.com. Colonial Hyundai, the fast, easy, better way to buy a Hyundai. In stock vehicles only, tax and tags additional. See dealer for full details.
Ooh, ma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm, I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hi, this is Dom Giordano, and I'm thrilled to tell you that beginning in September, my friend and board-certified prosthodontist, Dr. Robert Bentz, is expanding his services and availability with a new prosthodontist joining the team. So if you're a patient with complex dental issues or a general dentist that can use some backup on complicated issues, Bentz Dental Group is your #1 solutions provider. Call Dr. Bentz 610-272-6949 or visit bentzdentalgroup.com.
D&K Appliances is a family-owned and operated business for 3 generations located in Newtown Square and Flowertown. D&K Appliances offers one-stop shopping, providing delivery, installation, and service of top brands like GE, Thermador, Wolf, Bosch, Speed Queen, KitchenAid, and Whirlpool for your kitchen or laundry. D&K Appliance sales associates are industry experts, supporting customers every step of the way. Visit D&K Appliances, the dependable difference. Newtown Square and Flowertown showrooms, or visit DKAppliances.com.
Fargo, your virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, makes banking faster and easier. Like this.
Fargo, what did I spend on groceries last month?
And this.
Fargo, turn off my debit card.
And this.
Fargo, what's my checking account routing number?
And that's just the beginning. Do you, Fargo? You can in the Wells Fargo mobile app. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/getfargo.
Fargo is only available on the smartphone versions of the Wells Fargo mobile app. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Your official home of Penn State football and basketball is Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. Every Nittany Lions game, every play, all season on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT and the free Odyssey app.
This is Jonathan Cans, third-generation owner of Marvin E. Cans Heating and Air Conditioning. Have you recently had an HVAC company out for a $59 AC tune-up, and the service tech tells you there are 3 other things that need to be fixed that would cost you hundreds, if not more, dollars? That's because these clowns are really salesmen, not service techs. At Marvin E. Cans, we can't tune up your system for only $59, but we will tune it up for a fair price, and that's all we'll do. If you want an honest HVAC company, then contact us at marvinekanze.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. 1 discount per household.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at gofundme.com/news. That's gofundme.com/news to start your fundraiser. gofundme.com/NEWS. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
Follow Talk Radio 1210 on Instagram and Facebook at 1210 WPHT.
6:23, it is Kayal and Company as we are live on a Monday morning. Nick Kayal, Anna Hummel in for Dawn Stensland this week, Greg Stocker. As we head until 10 o'clock this morning, Harry Mays will join us for the cut sheet at 7:45. And man, do we have a lot to get to. But let's get to the big story from Friday. It's all about Trump and Russia, and it's all about a Monday morning. Big Take.
The Big Take on Kayal and Company.
Which is brought to you by the Independence Seaport Museum. The Big Take, start of the deal. Well, the Trump administration, as we have documented on this show, they love getting things done, or at least the ball rolling on Fridays. And when you evaluate Trump 2.0, the general recap has been as follows. Border, resounding success. Economy, better than expected. Crime, well, we've got law and order imposed in D.C. Energy is down. Cheaper costs at the gas station and in the grocery stores, even if it's cheaper by a fraction. And we are merely looking now at 2 things left to be sewn up. Tariffs in large part with China, peace in large part with Russia, Ukraine. Expectations, timelines, well, it depends on who you ask and what is their political bias. But nobody can argue with how much has been started or accomplished in a mere 7 months, not to mention DEI, Department of Education, men and women's sports, on down the list. But Trump and Putin met on Friday in Alaska to discuss the parameters of a peace deal with Ukraine, a deal that would end the countless pointless deaths as the Vladimir bloodshed is now 3.5 years old. And I don't want to hear from the left because your guy, the big guy, Joe Biden, had an abhorrent debacle in Afghanistan. Then Russia invaded Ukraine. Then Hamas butchered Israelis, all in like a 26-month window of the Biden presidency. So you can sit this one out when it pertains to war and peace and getting things done. You're exempt from the chat. And take note, we're talking about a peace deal here, not a ceasefire. Peace deal meaning permanent resolution to the war. Ceasefire, that is temporary. And here's the truth with how I see it. The media's fixation on war is absolutely disgraceful. Think about this. The media's fixation on war and alliances really is the complete opposite of what most normal human beings are seeking. Real leadership means forcing your adversaries to negotiate on America's terms. Trump's historic border security gains have freed up resources to focus on strategic diplomacy, not Washington, D.C.'s failed playbook of perpetual conflict. That's what the Bush administration was about. That's what some Democrats have been about. And if Ukraine is excluded, well, here's the hard truth. Zelensky's failures to secure his own borders under Joe Biden's weakness left him sidelined. Trump's approach, and it is cliche, we hear it all the time, but there's truth to it, peace through strength. It exposes what the globalists want while prioritizing U.S. interests. Again, make America great again, right? American first. The real story, the bureaucrats hate this because it proves that their trillion-dollar wars were never about security, just self-enrichment. As the day unfolded on Friday, the headlines and the sound bites came rolling in. First up, ABC News headline, Hillary Clinton said she would nominate President Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize if he were able to end Russia's war, quote, without putting Ukraine in a position where it had to concede its territory to the aggressors, end quote. Which is an interesting way of positioning it, an interesting cop-out by Hillary, as if Ukraine is in any position to bargain like they hold pocket aces, like they hold the keys to the castle. They're the weaker power and only surviving today because of America's nonstop support, both with weapons and with dollars. And of course, another Russia hoaxer, John Brennan, who has reportedly fled the country, I guess, echoed the same sentiments and statements that Hillary Clinton did. Here was that traitor on MSNBC. Listen and watch.
Don't see Vladimir Putin reneging or pulling out of the territory that he's in now. But I would second a nomination for a Nobel Peace Prize of Hillary Clinton for Donald Trump if, in fact, that happens. But I see the chances of that being next to zero.
And it's good to see that they are still on board with the same talking points, Hillary and John Brennan, that is, probably coordinated through an email chain, if you get my drift. Get me Tulsi Gabbard on line 1. Stat. Here was 47 giving a brief recap from Friday's meeting with Putin. Listen and watch.
Just to put it very quickly, I'm going to start making a few phone calls and tell them what happened. But we had an extremely productive meeting, and many points were agreed to. There are just a very few that are left. Some are not that significant. One is probably the most significant. But we have a very good chance of getting there. We didn't get there, but we have a very good chance of getting.
Now, we all know that Trump was never going to get this done on day one, like he said. That's campaigning. That's politics 101. If you actually believe that, you're a dope. I wouldn't even hold Biden or Kamala Harris to that same standard. You say you're going to do something on the first day, like ending a massive war. I mean, that's almost impossible. But I did have June 21st peg, and I was wrong. I can own it. I said if we don't have a deal by the end of the spring, the beginning of summer, I'd be shocked. But I get the feeling after Friday we're maybe 8, 10, 12 weeks away, somewhere between Halloween and Thanksgiving. I would say that's probably a success. If we don't have a deal by the holidays, I would argue it's a failure for the Trump administration. You can't go almost your entire first year without ending this conflict. No question about it in my mind. But would this have happened if Trump was president and Joe Biden did not win during the pandemic? Let's hear from Vladimir Putin as well as an interpreter. Listen and watch.
Today, when President Trump saying that if he was the president back then, there will be no war. And I'm quite sure that it would indeed be so. I can confirm that. I think that overall, me and President Trump have built a very good, businesslike, and trustworthy contact.
Now is where it gets interesting, though, because Friday evening, Fox News reported that this meeting with Trump and Putin, well, it was unusual. Here's Fox News reporter Jackie Heinrich. Listen and watch.
It was just very unusual, atypical, and I think we're all awaiting, the readout, because the way that it felt in the room was not good. It did not seem like things went well, and it seemed like Putin came in and steamrolled, got right into what he wanted to say, and got his...
So Jackie has always been either biased against Trump or wait for it, and I know it won't be a popular opinion, she's really, really good at her job. Either way, MAGA was quick to fire back to that news appearance by Jackie Heinrich, citing how she's married to Pennsylvania's Brian Fitzpatrick, the Republican congressman who, if you remember, voted to keep funding Ukraine and was against a lot of the elements of the big, beautiful bill. But now for a plot twist. Here was Fox News' Brett Baer, who reported this Friday evening. Listen and watch.
Just getting Russian wires saying that the Russians are characterizing the meetings as going, quote, very well. So we will hear from the leaders themselves.
All right, my guess, those who want peace, even if Russia gains and Trump gains, will say it was a good day. Those who want war or Ukraine to keep everything, and those who hate Trump will say it was a bad day for Donald Trump. He was Putin's you-know-what. Shocking. Trump joined Sean Hannity, God help us when we play this one, on Friday, and this conversation took place about what is still left out there to be agreed upon and tied up. Listen and watch this.
And maybe one big issue you don't agree on. Are you prepared to go public with that?
No, I'd rather not. I guess somebody's going to go public with it. They'll figure it out. But no, I don't want to do that. I want to see if we can get it done. It's not a done deal at all. Mm-hmm. And Ukraine has to agree. I mean, President Zelensky has to agree.
Time will tell if we ever find out what they disagree on and if it will hinder a peace resolution. And if you don't think Trump wants a peace deal, and if you don't think he wants to get this thing wrapped up as soon as possible before we even get close to midterm elections next year, you're sadly mistaken. As Bill Maher explains Friday night on Real Time on HBO. Listen and watch.
And I'll tell you this one thing about him that I know, I'm not going to tell you how I know, but a lot of people have seen the same thing. He really does hate war. Right. He really does not like it when people die in war.
And that's why I believe, and I've said for 3 years, I think that's the big reason why the deep state wants him out of the equation. Trump doesn't want war. War is big business. Military-industrial complex profits, and people like Lindsey Graham and Nikki Haley can come out of the woodwork and keep talking about never-ending wars. And then, of course, the news on Sunday. Zelensky is being joined at the White House for his meeting with Trump today by Italian Prime Minister Meloni, French President Macron, NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte, Germany's Chancellor, European Commission President, and many more. Trump says peace through strength, but with all of these nations coming with Zelensky to meet Trump at the White House, I would argue it sounds like there's strength in numbers. And that's the big take.
The Big Take on Kayal and Company.
All right, big take this morning. If you want to jump in, 855-839-1210. It's brought to you by the Independent Seaport Museum, where you can cool off this summer at Paddle Pens Landing, part of the Independent Seaport Museum. Rent a paddle boat, a rubber ducky, a flamingo, or more, and explore Philly's waterfront with family and friends Saturdays and Sundays from 2 to 7 p.m. Learn more at phillyseaport.org/paddle. If you want to jump in, 855-839-1210. On X at 1210 WPHT. And, of course, let your comments rip in the YouTube chat, youtube.com/at1210 WPHT. Hit the like and subscribe button while you are there. All right, Anna Hummel, very interesting. I want to get your thoughts on what happened with Trump and Putin as far as the Russian conflict, but also when you think about it over the last couple of years before Trump got in office. Again, You had Afghanistan. We've talked about this. You're Jewish. Israel got just decimated by Hamas on October 7th, 2023. And, of course, this happened in between where Russia invaded Ukraine. So your thoughts on the conflicts and whether or not we're getting closer to a deal?
I think we are getting closer to a deal. By how much, I'm not quite sure. I do like the fact that Trump has moved the goalpost from just a temporary ceasefire to a full-blown peace deal. I also like that he's not really showing his cards. You know, everyone always wants, and I understand why, you want transparency because it seems like the shadowy figures have been working in the darkness for so many years. But I think the best strategy right now is to not show all your cards, to not tell you what's on the table, because I feel like a leak could be really detrimental to achieving long-term peace. Do you know how many people have died in this Ukrainian Russo war? Because I just looked it up, like the rough estimate. Would you like to guess?
Yeah, I would love it. We'll do the death guessing game here on a Monday morning.
Happy Monday.
6:35. Good morning, everybody.
Yes.
Here's the death toll.
Well, it could have been worse. We could have had a newscast this morning with 18 homicides in Philadelphia. So we'll go. We'll go across
coming
the
up
pond.
at the 7 o'clock hour.
Thank you, Hubble.
Thank you, dear. So I mean, I heard last week Trump was saying 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 deaths a week. Is that bloated, inflated, perhaps? It's going on 3 years. I'll just throw out a ballpark number. Now, is this Russia and Ukraine or just Ukrainian deaths?
Yeah, like collectively. And the estimate I have is reportedly like low.
Okay.
Like they think it's much higher than what it is.
I'll go 800,000 deaths.
800,000?
No?
Would you like to guess, Stalker?
Yeah. How about, I don't know, 10,000?
170,000.
All right, Greg's the winner. He was closer.
Between civilian and military casualties with both sides. But again, they said that estimate is probably much lower than it actually is.
Okay.
So if you think about it, I mean, like, let's just say it's 200,000 people have died in the last 300 years over this dispute. So if Trump is able to get this done, and it was really like what you said about Hillary saying, listen, I'd nominate him for the Peace Prize if Ukraine doesn't have to give up any land.
Oh, yeah.
Nice clause there.
Right.
Lady.
Nick, we will give you a $100,000 raise if you're the #1 show in the market. Yeah, it's never going to happen because we're on AM. But nice, thanks for trying.
Right.
Cool. Right? Now,
exactly.
you mentioned something interesting. You said the last 300 years. This is the total death count in the history of this conflict, or just since they went?
I say 300? I said 3.5.
Okay, 3.5.
Sorry.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, 3.5 years.
Okay.
Which is crazy that it's been going on that long, since February of 22.
Understood. And then, of course, you have the media going back and forth. That's why I wanted to play you those conflicting clips. Jackie Heinrich is saying, Trump was like, it was awkward. It just was weird. Brett Baer with that giving the Russian perspective of, it was great. And then I want to roll this. Phil, this is clip K3. This was from Smirkanish's show on Saturday morning on CNN, where they brought on, I believe this was like a body language expert, because there was this narrative floating around.
Wow, we're doing this really like a body language expert for let's see what these two girls are talking about.
Right. I was stunned. I mean, I was largely disconnected from social media for the weekend because I was moving.
Yeah,
but every 4 or 5 hours, I check my phone, and I'm seeing all
every 4 or 5 hours. He was disconnected, but every 4 or 5 hours, he was checking his phone
just so I could stay
off the grid for Nick Kayal.
I know.
I had to compile everything so I wasn't cramming everything in last night at 8:30, and my head was going to explode. But there was like all these different takeaways. That's why I said in the big take, depending on your network, your bias, your reporter, this was not a universal. This was great. This was bad. There's like all sorts of like 6 or 7 different views on how this went. But play this. This is interesting. And these body language experts, we talked about these people, and there's some analysis from the Biden days. But Phil, this is clip K3 with Smirkanish. A CNN body language expert comes on and says that Trump projected strength with Putin. Let's roll it.
Let's begin with the clap. The clap by President Trump.
Hang on.
Start with the clap.
Hang on. It's for college. Let's begin with the clap.
Yes.
Who's got it and who wants it?
Who wants the test for the clap?
Sorry. I'm sorry. Let's begin with the clap.
Yes. Oh, my God.
He claps like that all the time.
Yeah. Watch the dominance with the handshake. We've covered this and analyzed this before, but go ahead, roll it.
Let's begin with the clap. The clap by President Trump.
All right, out of the moment. Pause it for a second,
Nick.
Nick.
The authority position.
This is too good. I am dumber now after listening to this.
That's the motto of the show.
There's actually a guy that sits there and analyzes the body language of things.
He is a behavioral analyst, Chris. If you're not seeing it on the screen, Chris Ulrich. Yeah.
What a nothing job that is.
But I can confirm the authority position because when we pulled into the country club on Saturday and we unloaded the U-Haul, I was in the driveway and I was doing the clap.
Yeah.
So I was in the authority position.
Yeah.
I said, wife, you do this. Girls, you do that. Mover man number one, you move that. I was delegating. I was like 47 holding a cabinet meeting.
Wait. You had your 10-year-olds moving things while you were...
Yeah.
Aren't they 11 now?
They'll be 11. Hummel, that's a great pull by you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
They're basically adults.
Right.
And every time you say the clap, my brain says chlamydia.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Well,
you start with clap, you end with crabs.
Right. And we've established that Hummel does.
I love the fatties.
Right.
You're still on the
More
board.
than ever.
You're still on the board, sweetie.
It's the board of honor.
All right.
There you go.
Keep, no. Keep going with this. I want to hear
this
some
is
of
great.
this stupidity.
And we showed the handshake as well. The handshake, the warm greeting between them.
Bush dominance as they walk down.
This is like a bad SNL skit. You know what I mean? Like where they have nothing. The writers have nothing, so they're like, let's mock a body language expert.
This is what you do during a preseason football telecast when you have nothing else to say about the players because you don't know the players that are in.
Yeah. Well, Phil brings up a good point. Like, I'd rather take prop bets on like who shakes the hand first, who extends the hand first. That is way more interesting to me than their body language.
Yeah. I love
Body language expert, that is just like calling an astrologist a scientist.
Yeah.
This guy is an expert. Because if you listen to these, like, I used to listen to like a lot of like body language people, and they're just like, oh, he showed eye contact, it means he's lying.
Yeah.
Oh, he showed eye contact, it means he's telling the truth. It's just like you can interpret anything any which way. So
you can, but I do get the feeling, and I've said this for a long time, I can sense within, like I said, when Doge was the popular thing, right, and everybody was getting axed and we're trimming payroll, and then we find out it's like only 5% so far, according to that Politico report. I said, you put me in a room at a company, like I could forget being a consultant. Let company X hire me and say, Nick, we're going to give you our entire staff in a conference room.
Yeah.
Give me 5 minutes, and I can tell you who's dead weight, who's a go-getter, who's hitting a quota, who's just trying to mail it in and go undetected until 5 o'clock when they sign out. So I actually think there's like a real market for this because studying the human interaction is a fascinating thing. Like we always talk, Gen Z, they don't give you eye contact. They're used to texting and FaceTiming. So I genuinely think that this guy knows what he's talking about. He's probably a psychiatrist or a psychologist, behavioral analyst. Body language expert.
You think this guy knows what he's talking about? Listen, I have nothing against. I don't know this guy, so I'm not disparaging him. You know, he might be very good at his job. I think the whole thing is crap.
Well, difference between knowing what you're talking about versus analyzing whether or not that's necessary.
Yeah,
right.
I got you.
Like, which, by the way, too, like the long handshake with another. I don't know. Are you like this way? Like I'll do a fist pound. I'll do the traditional handshake.
Yeah.
I'll do the modern handshake. But I don't do the shake hands and hold hands for 10 seconds thing. Little weird for me.
Yeah, I don't do that either. I think that's like a dominance thing. With these body language experts, I just feel like they're calling out the obvious. Like, oh, he's showing dominance. No S. He's the leader of the free world. Yeah. Obviously, he's gonna try to. If he went and put his hand out like this, I'd be like, yeah, that's. I'd be like, that's not the move.
Putin.
The wimpy.
Putin.
Like, I could be a body language expert.
It's the art of the deal. It's the art of the deal.
So it just.
He flicks the wrist.
Ridiculous.
A little bit more of this,
but
please.
Okay, he's an expert.
All right,
whatever.
let's wrap this up. We got about a minute left.
Yeah, come on.
This is not their first rodeo.
Correct.
Clearly, each of them thought in advance. Am I going to smile? What do I want to transmit? It's the farthest thing from a candid moment, that you're ever going to find. All right, we have some behind-the-scenes footage.
Oh, good.
Can we go to the behind-the-scenes footage?
Here's
and
Trump
have
with his
Chris
pants down.
Ulrich analyze what he sees in this? Hopefully, you've seen it or can watch
no.
it now. Tell me what you see.
I'm looking at it now, Michael. It is Trump in the middle here. It's an ongoing conversation. Now, you got to frame yourself to fame yourself, we always see. There's Trump in the middle, kind of holding court. He's talking to the president. He's talking to the advisor. And him being in the middle, it's cordial. It's kind. They're open. They're not in each other's faces. Even the handshake moment is like a follow-up moment. They also know probably the cameras are on them. And you're right. That initial handshake is a climax moment of that engagement.
Climax.
Like, it's staged, and here it's a little more behind the scenes. But even here, Trump does his effort here where he'll pat the other person's hand. It's a dominance gesture. It's like he's in control. He's in command. That is the narrative that they're looking for in this ongoing at the summit.
All right, so that clip in its entirety is 2.5 minutes. They covered the clap, authority position, climax, host, receiver.
What about wobbly leg Jones over there? I was seeing people being like, "Whoa, what's wrong with Putin?"
I know. Yeah, that limp. What's happening with that limp?
Doing the Harlem Shake. I don't know what's going on with it.
There were a lot of reports about him being maybe a little bit in ill health. Nobody knows.
I also think he's wearing heels, by the way. Oh, for sure. Putin's like 5'7", and he looks.
Right. Well, yeah,
Trump's what, like 6'3"?
Yeah.
So I think he's doing the Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, he's got the mustard
inches.
lifts in. Yeah.
The mustard lifts.
The mustard lifts.
Is that what they're called?
They're available at Kohl's. 855-839-1210. All right, we will come back, put a bow on hour one. If you want to jump in, 855-839-1210.
I can't believe we just analyzed the guy analyzing.
Yep. Big day today. Zelensky as well as other leaders at the White House. Are we on the precipice of a peace deal? 855-839-1210. And then when we come back, the retail nightmare that was from the weekend and the reason why Amazon and anything that you can get dropped off on your doorstep is the way to go. Back after this.
Summer is here, and the good times are calling. It's the perfect moment to swing by your local PA Fine Wine and Good Spirits store and get $2 off your summer favorites, like El Jimador Silver Tequila, Herradura Blanco Tequila, and Herradura Reposado Tequila. Perfect for backyard get-togethers or beach days. And while you're there, don't forget to grab a 4-pack of Jack & Coke or Jack & Coke Zero Sugar. Ready to drink in a can. Chill, sip, and celebrate responsibly.
Whiskey Specialty, 7% ABV. Jack Daniel Distillery, Lynchburg, Tennessee. Jack Daniel's Old Number 7 are registered trademarks of Jack Daniel's Properties Inc. Coca-Cola is a trademark of the Coca-Cola Company.
Just grabbing my charger. Heading to Sam's for dinner.
Okay, but you'll miss your favorite tenderloin.
Wait, is that the Tuscan herb?
Mm-hmm. Hatfield marinated Tuscan herb. That's a real shame.
Did I say I was going to Sam's? Sam's coming here. Keep up, Dad.
When better care leads to better pork, it's irresistible. Hatfield Pork. Better care, better pork.
Make the most of seasonal sales and spending when you use your American Heritage Cash Reward MasterCard. Electronics, home goods, kitchen gadgets, and more. You'll earn cash back with every purchase. Earn 3% on essentials like gas, groceries, improvement stores, and pharmacies. 2% on travel, hotels, and dining. And 1% on everything else you purchase. Apply today at AmericanHeritageCU.org/cashback. Insured by NCUA. Not a member? Join today. Equal Opportunity Lender.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life.
Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
When you haven't found love, it can feel like everyone else has. It's in every movie, every song, and all the PDA. Looking for love sucks. Thankfully, California Psychics can give you the guidance you need to find the one. We guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. And new customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. Visit CaliforniaPsychics.com and experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/try and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/try. openphone.com/TRY.
Now you can listen to Talk Radio 1210 WPHT on the iHeartRadio app.
Mustard. 6:52 live on a Monday morning. It's Kayal and Company. Nick Kayal, Anna Hummel in for Dawn Stensland this week. Greg Stocker, Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. So a sincere thank you to everybody that tweeted me or texted me that has my number in this audience over the weekend for the congratulatory messages about getting the new house, getting moved in, best of luck. Hopefully you're able to get everything in. You don't kill yourself. You don't kill your wife. You don't kill your children or your in-laws. So Friday night was the last sleep of the in-laws. Last 2 nights we have been in the new house. But I got to tell you, so like 90% done, little knick-knack stuff, wall decor, stuff like that still to do, but should be done by like Wednesday or Thursday. So yesterday, 2 disasters actually, I take that back. 3 disasters at 2 different Walmarts. Walmart in Quaker. Now, Anna, this won't resonate, location-wise.
Sure.
Walmart 309 in Quakertown. Walmart Willow Grove.
Yep.
Probably, I think, Stocker, you know about that one.
Yes.
So yesterday, we go up to the in-laws to get the dog, the last few bit of items. We have to stop at Walmart. We get out, and I'm trying to wait. So my wife took her SUV. I took my truck. We get into the parking lot, and there's almost nowhere to park. Back to school shopping. It's like 8:45 in the morning. Place is a zoo. Total madhouse. Did you know they have, and I looked because they're numerically marked, they have 39 spots designated merely for pickup orders to go. 39. That doesn't include handicap. That doesn't include employee of the month. That doesn't include pregnant person spot, right? Doesn't include any of that.
Do they have those?
They probably do in this day and age.
Sure.
39. Oh, and I'm like, Kristen, this has to be like a COVID creation where nobody was allowed to go into a store. Get rid of them already. It's 2025. And there's like 6 of them that are being used right now. 6 of 39. 33 open spots left, all close to the store. So I felt like I parked in a different county. Already put me in a bad mood. Ridiculous. Later in the day, we needed to get 3 new flat screens for our wall-mounted every TV in the house.
Wow.
So
3, huh?
3 of them.
Yeah.
By the way, the only thing that has gone down in price in the last 25 years is televisions. When we got married in 2008, we bought a 58-inch Samsung flat screen, had to be $2,500. You could get a 75-inch flat screen for like $400 these days.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Beautiful.
Well, it's because nobody watches TV. They watch everything on a tablet or their phone.
True.
Right?
Very true.
So I go, we measured everything. So my wife says, and my brother-in-law, big handyman, measures everything perfectly with wall mounts. He's like, all right, 55-inch TVs are the way to go in your man cave because I wanted to do the 2 TV setup. So I looked at the directions, and my wife says, well, you can go up Bethlehem Pike to go to Walmart. You could go Willow Grove, or you could go to Norristown. I said, Norristown's out. I don't want to end up in Fight Club at 9:10. So we go to Willow Grove.
Yeah.
Little did I realize it was no different than Norristown, if you get my drift. No different than Norristown. And I'm not talking clientele. I'm talking employees.
Okay. All right.
Go back to the electronics sections. We find the 3 Vizio 55-inch TVs. I said, hey, my guy, can I get like a cart to put these on and wheel out to my brother-in-law's truck? He goes, I can't really help you. You can't help me. You're sitting here drooped over on your phone. Your jeans are below your keister. I see your Hanes underwear. I mean, you can't. Okay. So I find a lady. She's restocking like some of the female section. She says, go to the outdoor section. They have them. I go up there. Beautiful lady sitting there. I said, hey, I'm going to need this Blackstone grill, but I need a cart for the 3 TVs. She goes, here's the cart. Go get the TVs. Come back. I'm here for another 20 minutes. We'll put the Blackstone on. I'll check you out. She can't get any of the serial numbers or any of the SKUs on the television to work. And then when she gets the first 2 to work, the 55 inches were $298 a piece. The third one was coming up $398. She's telling me I have to go to customer service to get the credit back. I said, can't you pull out your walkie-talkie? Can't we get a manager? So then the Blackstone grill doesn't come up the right price. We're voiding out transactions. We're, typing. I'm saying the serial code is 3MB7216C. What was that? C as in Charles. So like I'm doing. My brother-in-law is with me, and my mother-in-law's little helper that does some stuff for her vending business. So he's helping. He's young and he can carry a bunch of heavy stuff. So finally, we get it figured out. 2 managers come in. Then I go to pay. Pay.
Oh boy.
Swiper doesn't work on my card. My chip insert doesn't work, and I've known that. The only thing that works on my Citizens Bank card, and I've been meaning to get this fixed for like 6 weeks, is the tap option. Wouldn't you know Walmart is the only big retailer in the country right now that does not have the tap option?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I said, how could Walmart not have that?
Yeah.
And I said, well, can we manually enter my card, right? Like 6027, give out the 16-digit number, security, expiration. We can't do that. I'm like, I'm going to lose my mind. Then I've got fraud alert texts from Citizen, fraud alert emails. This should have been a easy in and out procedure like Trump and Putin in the authority position, host receiver. But no.
Can I just say 2 things on this? First of all, your one mistake was going to the Willow Grove Walmart.
I now realize
that store is a hellhole. Secondly, Road Warrior brings this up too, and I could have, if you and I were friends, I could have given you this advice. Walmart actually delivers. So, and like if you get a big enough order, there's no delivery fee.
Yep.
So you could have just ordered it all and had it delivered.
Yep. Yeah. We wanted to bypass Best Buy because I knew the Geek Squad wouldn't install the things on the wall unless you buy the TVs from them. So we had like 2 other TVs that we already had. So that was going to be a waste. And then I figured, all right, well, we want them now, so I don't want to have to wait till Monday because if in case I have to lift them, I have the muscle with me now. Some of these TVs are light, but a few of them we had are older or heavy. It was just a disaster. Stalker, you're so right. I'm never walking. I'm telling you, God is my witness on it, and I can only imagine in Tampa, Florida, what a Walmart must look like and what the clientele and the customer service is. I don't know if you deal with it. I'm out. I'm officially done. I don't want Walmart.
Sometimes, depending on the day, I enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Really?
If it's like, yeah, like you just walk in and you go, oh my God.
People watching, right?
Yeah. When I lived in Detroit, that was a Walmart. That was a Walmart.
I can't imagine. How many?
Oh my God.
Nick, question for you. Did you spot how many people were wearing pajama pants?
Half the store. Half. Oh, and then the other thing I noticed.
Were the employees?
Parental observation. There was a mom, presumably a dad, and a son, and the son was very, very fat, a big chubster, right?
I believe
the complete opposite of what John F. Kennedy wanted years ago. He had to be 6, and she had him sitting in the cart.
Oh, no.
Not like in the where your legs hang out, like with a toddler at the grocery store.
Yeah.
In the part where you would like throw a big bath set or something. Yeah.
Well, they threw him in there,
They threw him in there. They're patrolling this little slob.
Soft, chubby, fat-looking children.
He's going up and down the aisles. Oh, Dude, I'm
Poor little
telling you.
fatty.
Third world Willow Grove country officially out.
Yeah.
Unless you want to advertise, then I'll say nice things. All right. We'll kick off hour number 2 when we come back. Anna has some news. And then also, Anna found an incredible story in the New York Post. Pregnancy robots. Yes. Infertility crisis? Technology and AI has the solution. Details coming up. Stay right there.
Dawn Stensland here with exciting news from my friends at Piazza Auto Group. Acura has just been named America's Best Value Luxury Brand in Kelley Blue Book's 2025 Consumer Choice Awards. That means top performance, cutting-edge tech, and unmistakable style. All with long-term value you can trust. From the sporty Integra to the all-new ADX and your dynamic MDX, Acura delivers more for your drive and your dollar. Visit Piazza Acura in Ardmore, Reading, or Westchester. Shop online. PiazzaAcura.com. Tell Dawn sent you.
The savings are still hot at First Harvest Credit Union. Watch your money grow as you earn 4% annual percentage yield with a 7-month online-only share certificate. Or choose a 13-month share or IRA certificate and earn 3.85% annual percentage yield. Visit firstharvestcu.com/certificates to learn more about these great savings rates and our other savings options, like a First Harvest Growth Savings and Growth Checking Account. Lock in higher earnings today. Membership restrictions apply. Insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Rich Zioli. I want to tell you about a company that doesn't just do business in the area. They are an actual part of the community. Emmons Roofing and Siding. Emmons is family-owned and operated and local for more than 35 years. They treat your home like it's their own. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Emmons does it all. And with their Owen Corning Platinum status, you're getting lifetime protection. Don't mess around. Trust Emmons just like I do. Call them today at 855-4-EMMONS or go to callemmons.com and tell them I sent you.
WPHT, WPHT-HD, WOGL HD3 Philadelphia. From the Piazza Premium Automobile Studios, powering your drive with 10 brands and 20 locations. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At Kitchen Magic, we've been transforming kitchens and baths for over 45 years right here in America. We're family-owned, second-generation strong, and we manufacture our cabinets right in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. That means no tariffs, no middlemen, just expert craftsmanship and unbeatable value. This August, take advantage of up to 30% off cabinets during our summer savings event. Trust the name your neighbors have for decades, Kitchen Magic. Call or visit kitchenmagic.com today.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code CARGO25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code CARGO25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code CARGO25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play stop to opt out.
Ugh, why does my bank always charge me fees?
That's because your bank is trash. Ever heard of Current? You could get a paycheck advance up to $750 if you qualify.
Wait, $750? Like before payday?
Exactly. It's your money, just early. Set up an eligible direct deposit, see if you qualify, and that's it.
So what's the catch?
No catch. No overdraft fees, no annual fees. And you can build your credit without falling into debt.
Wow, I needed this like yesterday. What do I do?
Text them. That's it.
To get started with Current, text SWITCH to 323232. That's SWITCH to 323232.
Banking services provided by Choice Financial Group and or Cross River Bank, both members FDIC. Paycheck advance provided by Fineco Advance LLC, a financial technology company, not an FDIC insured bank. Product eligibility, availability, and performance may vary and are subject to change at any time. Using your credit card responsibly may allow you to improve your credit score. For details on cost, terms, and conditions, visit current.com or call 1-888-851-3177.
Okay, suitcases?
Check.
Snacks?
Double check.
Giant stuffed giraffe?
Buckled in.
Tire check?
Already handled it. United Tire took care of everything.
brand new tires, and they even handled the rebates to save us a bunch of money. We are road trip ready.
Okay, hop in, kids.
From road trips to grocery runs, start your journey with Safe Tires. Don't drive alone, drive United. Visit UnitedTire.com for a location near you.
Yo, Langhorne. Thanks for listening to Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. Always live on the free Odyssey.
9:30 for a little crossover. And then, of course, we have a great prize for you this week. A digital download, a digital movie code for the latest Tom Cruise Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. So we'll give that away with Jimmy Kelly's Morning Mystery Movie clip. All right, we'll get to a couple of other stories shortly, but let's get to the news. Round number 2 at 7:08 in the great radio city, the weird radio city of Tampa, Florida.
Is. Something in the water.
By the way, how's your boy with the Hogan story? Has he
man.
Has he broken any other news lately?
My boy?
I
don't know if I can claim him anymore.
Bubba.
Yeah, I don't listen too much. I did see he made he got some good gets. He was on Piers Morgan. He's doing good. He's doing good. He had an interesting spin on Hogan, how Hogan was always Bubba Army, even though he refused to talk to Bubba the last 15 years of his life. But that's okay. It's a minor detail.
Minor deets.
Minor detail.
You are a fitness. You do what? Do you do CrossFit and karate or just karate?
No. Karate?
Yeah, weren't you doing? What were you doing? Taekwondo?
I'm not breaking boards.
Jiu-jitsu.
Come on, man.
Jiu-jitsu.
Right.
Yeah.
All those blows to the head in high school. You know, when you were in football, I think have stunted your brain.
They could stunt brain. Michael Pelk coming at 9:30. By the way,
you see what I did there?
I might have CTE, but you're in the fitness scene. I mean, were you surprised by the demise of Hogan and the mixed reports of it was the surgery or he was like dialysis? I mean, it kind of caught everybody surprised.
Yeah, I think he was secretly battling leukemia.
Yeah, that's what
there was a report came out. Listen, it's no secret that Hogan did lots of drugs and steroids.
Yeah,
so
right.
I think the fact that he saw 71 is in and of itself a miracle.
I agree.
I don't think he took the best care of himself.
Yep.
You know, I think in the last few years of his life where he got into, whatever medicinal CBD, THC, I don't think that's going to save you after you've been eating perks and Tren for the last 40 years of your life. So, I think it was a blessing that he lived as long as he did.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, even though I never met the man, I did see him once outside of Hogan's Hangout briefly. He was just he represented Tampa.
Yeah.
I feel like when you think of Tampa, Hulk Hogan is the celebrity that you associate it with. So,
well, that's funny.
It's been sad.
That place that you're referring to is his beach bar down there in Tampa, right? And I'm sure the business there now is incredible because I'm sure everybody wants to get in there and because it's top of mind. Well, that was the whole thing. That whole week when Ozzy died and Hogan died, it's the fact that either of them lived to 70 whatever is
76 and 71.
Yeah, it's just okay, they both probably should have been dead 20 years ago. You know what I mean?
God, yeah. I mean, I want them dead, but it's just crazy that they outkicked their coverage for sure. Yeah, didn't Ozzy do a concert days before he died?
2
maybe
weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks before.
Birmingham, right?
Yeah. They did the Back to the Beginning tour where it was Ozzy and Black Sabbath and every band, Metallica, Guns N' Roses, every band played as kind of a tribute, and it was supposed to be his farewell, his last show ever. And he died 2 weeks later. So
I heard it was a super bummer.
Yeah,
he was just sitting there, just alone and sad and feeble and old. And
well, it's funny. It's funny. What actually took him out was not all the drugs and alcohol he consumed over his life. It was the fact that he got into that ATV accident 15 years ago, and he severed he messed up his spine really badly, and he had all kinds of surgeries and everything like that. They think he developed Parkinson's because of that.
Wow.
And that's actually kind of what took him out, not the drugs.
I don't know if the drugs and the eating the bats probably didn't help too much.
The bats.
Didn't he do that? Or rip off a bat's head?
Yeah, he ate a...
Is that what he's most... Would you say that's the most notable thing of his career
no,
outside of music?
outside of music, I guess
or the
that's
TV
what,
show.
That's what people know him for. But like, he's a great artist.
Yeah,
he was an amazing. He was the godfather of heavy metal.
Did he write
all the Phil
Black Sabbath
timers out there?
songs?
Did he write? Yes.
Okay, I don't
the
know
lyrics.
anything about it.
Yeah, the lyrics.
Okay.
All right. Now we will get to the news at 7:12, and I believe Anna teased us in hour number 1. We have shootings in Philadelphia.
Shootings.
Yes, of course we do. A man claims self-defense in deadly SEPTA train shooting on Broad Street line.
Here we go.
A man claims he was acting in self-defense when he shot and killed another person on SEPTA's Broad Street line Friday night. The incident occurred just after 7:30 p.m. at Girard Station in North Philly. According to Philadelphia Police Inspector D.F. Pace, a man in his 20s told officers he opened fire after being attacked without provocation while riding the train. Pace said surveillance video shows an 18-year-old man pacing up and down the rail car before the shooting. Quote, it appears without any provocation whatsoever. He began to strike the man who ultimately fired the weapon several times in the face.
Cool. Wow. Broad Street on a Friday night as the sun sets. Probably a million other places I'd rather be in my life.
That's true. It's absolutely true.
Wow.
Ceremony marks the 50th anniversary of a deadly Gulf oil refinery fire in South Philly. 50 years after the Gulf oil refinery fire killed 8 firefighters in South Philly, a solemn ceremony was held at the city's Fireman's Hall Museum in Old City on Sunday to honor those that were lost. Do you guys know about this? Is this like a famous Philly fire?
Famous Philly fire from 50 years ago?
Yeah, I don't know. It was the fire of August 17th, 1975.
No.
Well,
Okay.
Stalker has said this to me many times on the show.
There was a world before you!
And since it didn't happen post-1984, I have zero recollection of it.
That's fair.
Anna,
That's fair.
that was me at a very bad moment in my career.
That's okay. That's okay.
He
It happens.
He neutered me live on the radio.
I was yelling.
Oh, no.
I was yelling.
It was bad.
I was yelling.
Quote, it was bad. It turned very, very bad fast, said retired Captain John Higgins of the Philly Fire Department. More than 600 firefighters in all worked to put out the flames, with 8 of them dying and even more getting injured. These brave men gave themselves for their fellow firefighters and the residents of Philadelphia. So that was a ceremony that happened last night. And lastly, cell phones in Philly schools. I'm actually really curious because you both have children
Yes.
and you live in the area.
Yes.
The school district of Philadelphia says students are not permitted to use personal computing devices while inside district buildings. The policy, which went into effect in 2023, includes electronic devices, computing devices, and wearable devices not purchased or issued by the district. Students are instead instructed to use their district issues computing devices while at school.
Okay, so the districts, that when they give them out, I'm assuming there's no FaceTime, there's no iMessage app, there's no way that they can communicate and do all the ridiculous nonsense. I got to tell you also, I would have all of the major websites blocked on school-issued computers. Like, you could get to whatever academic portal you need to get to, but no going on any, browsing of entertainment sites or logging into Facebook the old-fashioned way by going to the website.
Or
I am all
Pornhub.
for this. Or Pornhub or Spank Bang.
We don't
or
get that
anything
in
else.
Florida
Yeah,
anymore, apparently.
right. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was banned or blocked.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought.
think.
I thought Florida was the freedom state, guys. Come on.
Not when it comes to porn.
Oh yeah, well, it's freedom how we like it, not freedom
Right.
from everything else.
Florida is where woke
that-
goes to die.
God. It's also where porn goes to die too, I guess.
Yeah.
washed-up
Sad
wrestlers.
state of affairs.
Is it just the age verification or is it blocked there for everybody?
I think it's blocked for everyone. I could
Really?
be wrong.
No, they're not
'cause,
allowed to
like,
bring
you
in their
can't
phones,
prove
right?
you're 18.
Yeah.
I guess it's like, what are you gonna put in your?
Well,
I think maybe if you put in like your ID or like, who's gonna do that? Like,
Anna,
just go to a different website. I guess.
Anna, you wouldn't know, so why don't you ask your boyfriend? He would probably know.
Yeah, I'll ask him. Hey, buddy.
Wake up. We need to talk.
With the cell phones in school thing, like Nick and I say this all the time because Dawn has a different take, but she's wrong. The kids don't need cell phones at school.
I agree.
They don't need any sort of device, any sort of communications. It's like, well, what if we need to reach little Johnny? Well, I don't know. How did they reach us when we were in school?
Yeah.
Right
They
before.
They called the front desk.
Called the front desk.
Yeah.
Yes.
They They called the front desk and they said, "Is Greg in school today?" They'd be like, "No, he is not.
He didn't sign in. He's truant." Yeah, you call, you get the secretary. She'll get the principal or the guidance counselor or the teacher.
Or the nurse.
My rule has been you have to give your phone when you walk in to the so if you're in the same teacher in the same class all day, it goes in a bin. You turn them off, or you put them on do not disturb or silent or whatever, no vibrate, nothing. You throw them in a bin. If they want to have it at lunch or at recess, okay. Or maybe you put them up front in a massive collection, or they go into a group locker or something. Cannot have them throughout the course of the day, though.
I agree.
I think, Nick, I remember you telling me your girls have cell phones, right?
They do, and I do not approve of that, but they do have them.
Yeah. They should talk to their father.
I agree.
And Greg, I think yours is maybe a little bit too
5.
young, but
Yeah, he's 5.
He doesn't have
I'm going to. And everybody laughs at me when I say this, like, yeah, you'll see when he's 12 or 13 or whatever like that. No, I'm going to push off all the devices as long as I possibly can.
Funny, I was going to ask you, what is your cutoff? Because my daughters over the weekend were chatting with one of their old dance friends from Nashville. She is starting 6th grade, and she was excited. She finally got her first cell phone at 11 years old.
Nope.
Going to 6th grade.
No.
She was FaceTiming via an iPad for the last 3 years, but never had an actual phone.
No.
So, freshman year of high school?
Never. As long as he's under my roof, never. He doesn't need it.
What about social media?
No.
So no Facebook, no phone, no Instagram, nothing.
Nothing. Luckily, I have years for that, so God only knows what the technology is going to be, in a couple of years. And with AI, who knows where it's going? But no, I'm going to put it off as long as I can.
Is your wife on board? Does she co-sign?
She does. Yeah.
She does. Okay. Well, that's half the battle.
The problem is that, and I am living proof of this, that when you say not to do something, your kids want to do it more. So, like, instead of making phones and all that taboo, do you just kind of say, you don't need that? I don't know. Because
just deflect and be like, they're not that popular.
If you say to them, like you're not allowed to have this, then they're going to want it more, no?
Because the second the kid ends up going to school and sees what everybody else has, they want the same thing. Yeah. I need that shoe. I need that book bag. I need that iPad. I need that phone.
I know.
And Greg, your response can just be, "That's nice, not for you, because your daddy loves you."
But then there's the poof theory that when they get to like 18 to whatever, and they can start doing things on their own and without parental permission, that they just, you know what I mean? It's like the drinking thing. Yeah,
it's
like
Catholic school girl.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know.
The Catholic school sex thing. Sex is taboo, and then they're always the girls you go for it, right?
Yeah.
Because they're repressed.
We will revisit Greg Stocker's iPhone ban in the years to come.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
All right, is that it, Hummel?
And that is, that Kayal and Company News Live at the 7 o'clock hour. That is it.
Beautiful. We'll come back. We'll hit on our last story before we get to Harry Mays and a Monday cut sheet. Always my favorite edition of the cut sheet, as we had 72 hours worth of punditry and opinions. Coming up next, though, Anna found this great story. Pregnancy robots. That is correct. Pregnancy robots could give birth to human children in revolutionary breakthrough. But first, a word from our friends at the Piazza Auto Group, and we are talking this morning about the flagship brand. That's right, Piazza Honda. 5 convenient locations, but you have to get over there and take advantage of their summer deals. 1.9% financing on the Civic Hybrid, and the CR-V. Those will expire soon, and of course, we're talking about Reading, Springfield, Philadelphia, all of the locations. The Ridgeline, obviously the Pilot. My wife is all about getting a Honda Pilot in January. She wants the third row. Third row is the rave right now for moms with kids on the way to activities. You pick up the besties. You load it up with 7 seats. Check it all out today. Piazza Honda. My specific location is Springfield. You can find all of your locations and all of the great offers. And the summer deals end shortly. Check them out at Piazza Honda or PiazzaAutogroup.com.
Hey, Dawn Stensland here. You've heard me talk about replacing my windows and doors with Chapman Windows, Doors, and Siding for years now. If you're thinking about an exterior home remodeling project, right now is the perfect time. For the month of August, take advantage of 24-month interest-free financing. On top of that, August is the final month to take advantage of 20% off all siding. So whether you want that fiber cement siding or vinyl, Chapman Windows, Doors, and Siding has you covered. With more than 30 years of experience, Chapman completes every project with such care and precision. And they always go that extra mile to work with you on all the different styles, options that are best going to fit your home and your budget. Don't put it off. Take advantage. 24 months interest-free financing and 20% off today. Call them 610-431-8898, 610-431-8898, ChapmanWindowsDoors.com. Tell them Dawn sent you.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-390-1164, 800-390-1164, 800-390-1164.
Saw a t-shirt recently that said too much of anything is bad, unless we're talking about bacon. Now, we can debate that all day long, right? But the point is, portion control is a good thing. That can also be said about your retirement accounts. Too much risk, and you could get burned by a down market. Too conservative, and maybe you can't take that Alaskan cruise. Alan Cohen at Spectrum Wealth Partners understands portion control. He can build a retirement plan with a level of protection and risk designed specifically for you. And if you don't want any risk at all, he can do that too. Call Alan Cohen today for a free meeting to discuss it. 856-322-8686. That's 856-322-8686. Or online at SpectrumWP.com.
Advisory services offered through Concurrent Investment Advisors, LLC, and SEC Registered Investment Advisor. Concurrent Investment Advisors, LLC, and Spectrum Wealth Partners are not affiliated companies.
At Kitchen Magic, we've been transforming kitchens and baths for over 45 years right here in America. We're family-owned, second generation strong, and we manufacture our cabinets right in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. That means no tariffs, no middlemen, just expert craftsmanship and unbeatable value. This August, take advantage of up to 30% off cabinets during our summer savings event. Trust the name your neighbors have for decades, Kitchen Magic. Call or visit kitchenmagic.com today.
Do you know what went down at the Viper Room the night River Phoenix died? Are you aware of how Steve McQueen escaped death at the hands of the Manson family? But what about the real-life brutal murder that inspired David Lynch's Twin Peaks? These stories and more are told in the Hollywoodland podcast, where true crime and Tinseltown collide. Follow and listen to Hollywoodland wherever you get your podcasts.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Open Phone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Open Phone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place, so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Open Phone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Open Phone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/try and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/try. openphone.com/TRY.
I think it's going to happen. I think he wants to propose.
Finally. Does he know what kind of ring you want?
Well, that's where you come in. You have to tell him to go to Cozy Jewelers. I saw so many rings that I love there, but they also make custom pieces. So, if you could give him the little hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Of course. I'll just happen to be looking at their Insta when I sit next to him later. Watching Paul's expertise and ooh and ahhing.
You're the best.
Step up to the 5th C. That's color, cut, clarity, carat, and cozy. Cozy Jewelers in Newtown Square. CozyJewelers.com and at Cozy Jewelers on Instagram.
See Joe Conklin's comedy show at Archbishop Wood High School on York Road in Warminster, Friday, October 10th. For tickets, go to JoeConklin.com.
JoeConklin.com! Tune in to the Crash Proof Retirement Show Saturdays at 11 a.m. to hear Joanne Small-Canella and Tracy Stillman. The Crash Proof Retirement Show, Saturday mornings at 11 on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. Chronic pain, cancer, fatigue. Find out about the benefits of medical hydration therapy on Health Watch with Dr. Molly Fantasia every Sunday morning at 8 on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Another scorcher, and your patio is still too hot to use? It's time for a Sunsetter retractable awning. At Douglas L. Gibson Enterprises, we install custom retractable awnings from Sunsetter, America's best awning. Whether it's more shade, UV protection, or just a cooler space you'll actually use, every Sunsetter awning we install is protected with up to a 10-year all-weather warranty, plus our exclusive 5-year labor warranty, even covering storm and wind damage. Go to dlgibson.com and schedule your discovery consultation today. That's dlgibson.com.
Free speech lives here with Rich Zioli weekday afternoons 3 till 7 on Odyssey's #1 talk station, 1210 WPHT.
$7:29. It is a Monday morning. It's Kayal and Company here on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT. Always get us on the free Odyssey and iHeartRadio apps. Watch the show on YouTube. Plenty of video elements coming up with our Monday cut sheet in just about 15 minutes. We'll get back to our big story of the day, which is Trump and Putin in Russia. All the news, all the politics, the social, the culture, the entertainment, the sports, all on tap for the cut sheet this morning. But Anna found, and I'm glad that Anna found a couple of stories for us today, because by the time I wrote the big take last night, it was like 8:45 and my brain was mush. So I was like, I'm just going to lean on the hums today. By the way, can I call you the hums moving forward?
No.
We've got the hums and the two hymns. Hymns and hums. When
I've been
Dawn is
called
out.
worse. I don't mind it.
I like that.
No.
I don't even know where that came from.
No, you're
just
you're
flowed.
not. No, you're not going to call her that. How dare you?
Would you prefer Anna, Hummel, or the hums?
D, all of the above are fine.
She's
At my last job, I was called a dumb. So, a dumb B.
Wow.
Sometimes even a C.
Whoa. How about a T? Can I get a T?
Yes.
Okay.
So
man.
the hums that's fine.
All
That's
right.
great.
She's like, I don't care what you call me, just pay me.
Right.
Right. You can call me whatever you want as long as it's not fat. So, I don't want to be fat.
All right. So you found this story from the New York Post, and this is pretty amazing. And I actually spoke with my wife last night because I wanted to bring up our story, and I wanted to get her approval. All my friend, all the family, they all know this. But when my wife and I had twins, we weren't able to get. She was not able to get pregnant the traditional way. They checked out, my supply. They checked her out. They were like, Nick, you're in the clear. You've got plenty. It was like 25 million, whatever they look at. Like you could fertilize it. I could be like Elon Musk if I wanted to, right? You just repopulate the planet. But my wife had like a little bit of a thyroid issue, so we had trouble. So, I had to do the whole Jeffrey Toobin zooming thing in the bathroom. They gave me the magazine, fill up the cup.
I don't think I ever knew that about you.
Yeah. I was actually really down in the dumps. I'm like, by the way, am I really that soft? And then they were like, oh, no, it's not you. It's your wife.
You were like, yes.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you. Let me ask you a question. If it had been different, would you have admitted it on the air?
No, never in a million years.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Kidding me?
I get you.
No shot.
I get you.
But we probably still would have twins today because they run in my wife's side of the family, and there's like 3 sets of twins. So we had twins, whatever. So pregnancy robots, not nearly as bad as people think, by the way. Like, seriously, like, it is. Everyone's like, oh, my God, you're having twins. I'm going to pray for you. It was really easy because, like, they feed off of each other. They play with each other. It's not nearly as stressful, believe it or not, at least for ours. Maybe that's not a one-size-fits-all rule of thumb. But pregnancy robots could give birth to human children. And, Anna, you found this story. So it's something that they are reportedly concocting in China.
I think it's in beta, you know,
yeah.
testing right now. But it seems like it could be a viability in the next 10 years, I think, easily.
Working on designing a bot with an artificial womb, which will receive nutrients through a hose in its abdomen that will soon be able to carry a fetus for approximately 10 months before giving birth. And the cost would be $13,927. Significantly cheaper than a human surrogate, which in the U.S., according to this report, ranges anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000. Now, Greg and I have already procreated. We're done. We're retired. At least I'm retired. Maybe Greg's going to work on a second one. You planning on a second one, buddy?
No.
Okay. So we're both out of the business.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm getting the procedure soon.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You know, I've thought about that, but I've seen my buddies that walk around for a couple of days with a little bit of a limp. I don't know that I want to do that. I don't know. God gave me certain things. I'd like to just keep them.
Wow.
I completely understand that.
Not saying that the lady has to have any procedure done, like tubes being tied or anything like that. You know, just be responsible, and they created gloves for a reason. Hummel,
that sucks. No, that sucks. That's not a way to.
Well, yeah. It's like you feel like a sailor,
especially if you've been. You and I have been with our wives for 20 years. Right. You know what I mean? So
I wouldn't know what to do with another woman. I'd be like reading a manual in French. Where's English at? Right?
Yeah. I know I'm clean. I know she is too. Like I don't have to worry about. You know what I mean? So
right. Yeah, but sometimes something slips through. The timing's not right on the calendar or the month, and voila, you get that message. You get that little note, and she says, "Honey, look at this."
Yeah, I know.
We're pregnant. What do you mean we're pregnant? You are. But Anna, would you ever go through with something like this as a female?
The humanoid fetus grower?
Would you ever?
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. Listen, I've never had a baby. I've had friends who've had children. It looks like it's kind of rough on the body.
Yes.
So it seems like a choice that not only for people who are struggling with fertility, but maybe just for women who don't want to go through pregnancy, because I mean, some people claim they like it. All my friends looked sweaty and miserable. So I think this might be a viable option for just anyone who doesn't want to, I was going to say, let me rephrase that because it's probably not appropriate to say on the air. Doesn't want stretch marks and doesn't want to tear, doesn't want to go through childbirth, doesn't want to go through pregnancy. They can, and it's their baby. It's their biological baby, which is really important to most people. So I think that this is really cool technology. My only concern really is how do you, at least as a mother, how do you bond with it? Because I think when it grows inside of you, you love it more. You know?
I don't know if that's true. I don't think you love it more. I mean, what about people who adopt? That's ridiculous.
Maybe they love it a little less. I don't know, Greg.
I mean, I love my daughters, and I like having they're at the age now where they're actually really fun. It's gonna become hellacious in another 18 months for a multitude of natural reasons. And I look forward to the day where the first boyfriend comes, and I open up the door like Martin in Bad Boys, and I say what the problem is, and I tell them you're gonna have their home at 10:57 because curfew is 11. Like, I'm gonna intimidate the first boyfriend for sure. But this I know we're going down the road of artificial intelligence is going to run the world, and we're all out of jobs, and it's going to make life easier. Are we really that desperate for a child?
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know that I like this.
I don't like this at all. This is. I mean, we're just replacing.
Right.
Let me just say that on this radio station, everybody involved in this radio station is very big on let's not replace women. Let's not replace women. You're replacing women. Well, now robots are replacing women.
Yeah. Why are the biological females on the extinction list?
Yeah.
I mean, we're still supplying, as are you, you know, the ingredients. We're just not supplying the oven anymore. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you guys get the easy way out then, is what you're saying.
The easy bake out. Hey. Yeah.
It's like
exactly.
Ronco, just set it and forget it.
Let's do a poll question. Yeah. Let's do a poll question up on the YouTubes. Pregnant robots, yes or no?
Yeah.
I vote yes.
I vote no.
I vote no as well.
There are some things that are meant to be done
but
human to human.
To be fair, Anna is the only person right now on the show that can give birth. So you would think,
and yet I haven't.
Yes, that it would be that it really shouldn't be up to the guys, right? Robot women or pregnant robots.
If it's a good idea, you know, we're just like, do you think this is a good idea? You can have an opinion on that. You've got a brain, you know. I don't think men. I hate it when they're like, oh, men can't have an opinion on abortion. Yeah, they can. It's their baby that's getting aborted.
I'm fine with the whole surrogate concept. I'm fine with adopting. You know, if you have fertility issues, or maybe you had a baby the quote traditional natural way, and you felt the need to adopt for baby or child number 2, that's cool as well. I just feel like we've got to slow down with the replacing of humans at the most important or intimate type things. I mean, what's next? We no longer have to have sex with humans. We can have sex with robots.
A lot of people.
I think that's already started, Nick.
Just gonna say, it's happening.
Well, I mean, I know
that's happening.
There was the Bud Bundy blow-up doll in 1991, but I'm just saying, just slow the roll here a little bit.
The revolution is here, so you just have to kind of accept it. There's really no turning around at this point.
Wow, YouTube is they are dramatically in one direction. Go on over to YouTube right now, youtube.com/@1210WPHT, and vote. Pregnant robots, yes or no?
I'd be stunned if no's aren't 70% or better.
I just can't wrap my head around this because we are having kids, I feel, are already completely disconnected from reality anyway, like this next generation.
Yeah.
And we're going to make
You got
them...
an alpha. Do you both have alphas on your hands? Generation Alpha, right? It's
correct.
Not Gen Z.
Gen Alpha.
Yeah.
That's correct.
So I'm already worried about the disconnect, with human contact of the children of this generation. Right. Not so much with our kids, Nick, but the generation before us, before them, I feel is lost.
Have they actually done research as to how the child ultimately is conceived with the lack of typical nourishment that a mom's body carries and absorbs to feed the child?
That's a good question.
Then, obviously, we're living in this MAHA movement. Bobby Kennedy's getting rid of certain vaccines. What does that mean for your child post-birth as far as vaccinations? Are they more susceptible to things, less susceptible? I mean, is AI going to create the artificial robot going to create the perfect baby that comes out with no deformities? Does that mean no possibility of Down syndrome or anything else like birth defect-wise? Mm-hmm. I think there's a lot to be answered with this before I just say, hey, 13,900, what do you say? You want to throw one into Marty?
Helene on the YouTube chat says, I'm 73 and it sounds crazy, but maybe if the lady can't carry a baby. Well, there you go. Maybe it's an alternative for, some women can't.
I think that's what it was originally for, but I think that other people would take advantage of it.
Yeah. Somebody that just doesn't want to deal with the hassle of those 9 or 10 months.
The hassle.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. Is that what a child is? Like, is that what carrying a child is now? A hassle?
Yeah, I think it's pretty hard on the body.
I will say my wife was relatively good carrying twins. She was not super moody. She was not super grumpy. Thank God, knock on wood, she was not super horny. She didn't send me out for a jar of pickles because she was craving pickles.
Really? No,
none of those stories.
Crazy cravings?
No.
She was horny, just not for you.
Right.
Oh, my God. Craig!
Yeah.
Rude.
Unbelievable. Sorry. Yeah, so very interesting. They say the artificial womb technology is already in a mature stage and now needs to be implanted into the robot's abdomen so that a real person and the robot can interact to achieve pregnancy. So
I don't know what that means.
That tells me human on robot sex.
Like both partners have to have sex with the robot.
Can you imagine?
I don't know how this works.
This is very fascinating.
A robot threesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, where they're having discussions with authorities to get the final steps for this? Guangdong.
Of course.
The Guangdong province
Can
of
we stop
China.
getting our technological advice and stuff from China?
Can we stop doing everything in
They're,
China?
they're just, it's such a, we need to stop with China. There's no good ideas that come from there. Stop.
Yeah. I mean, Anna, first it's COVID. Now it's babies and robots.
Well, I think we
that's
had a hand in
Temu.
COVID too, even though it
Yeah.
was, going on over there. But yes, China has a lot of things going on over there.
Yeah. Just a couple of other details. Harry will be with us here in about 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll fire up the cut sheet. They go on to say the intent behind this shocking action is to promote global assessment and also to evaluate the specific needs from a market demand, supply and demand. That's the other thing, too. Like, if it's let's just say the price is what they say in this report. It's $13,927, but you can't conceive. I know we're getting into the weeds with this, but it's kind of fascinating. Is that covered by insurance? If you're just doing it as a cosmetic thing where it's not medically necessary, but you just don't want to go through with what maybe you did the first time around, is that covered? I mean, $13,000 in this day and age, not overly expensive when we're talking about
affordable.
Creating a baby, right?
Isn't IVF like way more expensive than that?
Oh, my God, yeah. I think it's closer to $50,000.
Yeah.
So
it's the affordable option. I'm just saying.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. If you want to read the story, it's in the New York Post. Pregnancy robots could give birth to human children in revolutionary breakthrough and a game changer for infertile couples. All right, 7:45.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're gonna. We'll get to Harry, but we have to fix it because it's Monday.
You want to fire up the cut sheet,
and
once
nobody
jump Harry in?
nobody can fix. Everything is always just broken on Mondays.
Yeah.
So
let's get Scalish back in here, Philly and Jimmy, because we've got more issues.
We got it.
What's on the cut sheet?
Oh yeah, what's on the cut sheet on this Monday? It's Monday. All right. So Marco Rubio was all over the Sunday shows.
Yes.
He was on with Margaret Brennan. He was on with Margaret Thatcher. No.
What?
He was on with
Margaret Sanger.
How many other Margarets? Kristen Welker. He was on with Martha Raddatz.
Oh.
Yeah.
He went through the car wash.
Oh, it was the car wash of angry white liberal babes.
Oh, man. He should get a Nobel Peace Prize for just doing this. But like, no, I'm going to skip this week. I'm at the shore for the weekend. Let's reconvene post-Labor Day.
Let's start 5 here. Let's start with 5. He calls out, I think this is Martha Raddatz. He calls out,
It's her.
Yeah. He
Maybe.
calls out for her dumb questioning. Secretary Rubio fires back at the fake news for pushing him to diss Russia and Putin while he and President Trump try to make a peace deal.
Yep.
Roll this.
Can you name any concessions that Vladimir Putin made during this meeting? Have any
I wouldn't name him on your
concessions?
program.
Have any
I
concessions
wouldn't name
been
him on your
asked?
program. Why would I do that?
Where is the
Well,
pressure?
of course, because you can't have a peace agreement. No, you can't have a peace agreement unless both sides give and get. You can't have a peace agreement unless both sides make concessions. That's a fact. That's true in virtually any negotiation. If not, it's just called surrender. And neither side is going to surrender. So both sides are going to have to make concessions. So, of course, concessions were asked. But what utility would there be of me going on a program and tell you we've wagged our finger at Putin and told him you must do this and you must do that? It's only going to make it harder and less likely that they're going to agree to these things. So these negotiations, as much as everyone would love it to be a live pay-per-view event, these discussions only work best when they are conducted privately in serious negotiations in which people who have to go back and respond to constituencies, because even totalitarian governments have constituencies they have to respond to, people have to go back and defend these agreements that they make, and figure out a way to explain them to people. So we need to create space for concessions to be made. But of course, concessions were asked.
You know, it's just amazing, Anna. We live in a world where it's hard enough to keep things secret without having leaks. We had earlier, back in the beginning of this administration, the WhatsApp app disaster where things were being discussed on an unsecure connection. And then we had dopes like Mike Waltz sitting there with the Signal app on his phone with a cameraman behind him for the media, and you could zoom in and see everything. All you have to do is keep things hush-hush and not tip off anything to these dopes, because they would love nothing more than for the peace deal to fall apart and have a continuation of the war so they could sit there and say, Trump didn't deliver on ending the Russia-Ukraine conflict.
Yeah, that is crazy to me that you hate Trump so much that you want peace to fail. It is truly unbelievable. Right. So, I hope that he gets it done, and I hope he gets it done fast, and that he can. And the balls for her to just ask, like, so what was on the table,
Right.
as if that wouldn't cause more problems down the road.
Tell us what you guys gave up and what they gave up.
Forget about a leak. Let me just ask you. So what was going on there in those private conferences behind the scenes? It's just crazy.
Could you imagine being like a sports reporter and covering a league or a team, and like the Eagles are making a trade with whoever, and they swap star player for star player, and you say, can you tell us all of the details? What were the conversations like? What were the figures that you agreed on, and what did you disagree on? Did you give them a fifth year? Were you willing to go to $45 million a year? And, a general manager for a pro team is going to be like, yeah, we're going to keep that behind closed doors. That's private information. But here's what I can tell you about the balls of Raditz. The balls of Raditz just off the top rope. So what do you guys do? What's the issue here? Like, Martha, I'm sorry. You haven't, and here's the other thing. You haven't been gracious enough to build up a rapport with this administration where maybe you will get a tidbit. And I'm not saying you got to kiss ass like Hannity does, but you haven't built up any equity with this administration, Martha.
No, and what she's trying to do is she's trying to get him to say, like, hey, I'm not going to tell you. And then she would rebuttal with, like, oh, I thought you guys were the administration of transparency, but you're keeping this under wraps. It's like, yeah, that's how negotiations work until they're done.
Yeah.
By the way, one of the talking points over the weekend was, like, Trump rolled out the red carpet for Putin. And she asked him about that. That this is Martha Raditz again. Then we'll get to Kristen Welker. 6, Phil.
Critics of President Trump will say the pomp and...
Stop for a second. When she means critics, she means her.
Right. Is this a is this a neutral interview, or are you just giving your opinions and your big take in the form of a question?
Critics would say, no, that means that my producers and I came up with this, and we're saying this. Sorry, Phil. Start it over.
Critics of President Trump will say the pomp and circumstance, the red carpet, the warm handshake, that President Trump simply lost that Putin gained there just by being on the world stage and walking down a red carpet with the president. Your reaction to that?
Well, I mean, critics of President Trump are always going to find something to criticize. You don't even pay attention to it anymore. But I will tell you this. Putin is already on the world stage. He's already on the world stage. The guy's conducting a full-scale war in Ukraine. He's already on the world stage. He has the world's largest tactical nuclear arsenal in the world and the second largest strategic nuclear arsenal in the world. He's already on the world stage. When I hear people say that, oh, it elevates him, well, all we do is talk about Putin all the time. All the media's done is talk about Putin all the time for the last 4 or 5 years. That doesn't mean he's right about the war. That doesn't mean he's justified about the war. Put all that aside. It means you're not going to have a peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine. You're not going to end a war between Russia and Ukraine without dealing with Putin. That's just common sense. I shouldn't even have to say it. So people can say whatever they want. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we have to get the Russian side to agree to things that they don't want to agree to if we're going to have peace. If not, there'll just be a war. They'll keep killing each other. And life will go on in America and in the rest of the world, but not for Ukraine. So the president has invested a lot of time in trying to bring an end to this war. He deserves credit for doing that. He gets criticism for doing that. He could have just let this war go on. The president could have just said, this is Biden's war. It started under him. We'll do what we can for Ukraine, but we're going to focus on other things. He could have easily said that. But he's the only leader in the world that can get Putin to a meeting.
Just a final interruption here, Martha, as we will now try to bring in our buddy Harry Mays, who, if we are good technically, I say Dave Scalish gets a Nobel Peace Prize as well for working extra duty today.
Good morning, everybody.
You good, Harry?
Hearing everyone now.
You got all of us, Harry?
All good.
Okay,
all good. Yeah.
All right,
Let's try to end the Russia-Ukraine conflict. But, Vlad, you just sit this one out, okay? You know, we'll do this all on our own.
Yeah. You know, it's amazing.
We'll get John Bolton in here, that nitwit.
I would feel more confident with Michael Bolton, but that's a different story.
Exactly.
Day.
At least you could entertain.
Yeah. So whether it's Russia, whether it's China, whether it's Iran, North Korea, any of these big, powerful nations with massive artilleries and nuclear capabilities, I mean, it's almost like they saying, no, don't roll the red carpet out. Treat them like crap so that we go to war directly.
Right.
Like, what else
You're
are you
dealing with a
supposed to do?
psychopath here. Do you realize that?
Yeah.
Oh, they rolled out the red carpet.
Yeah.
He has nukes, and he's a psycho.
Yeah. Yeah, it's called de-escalation. It's called stroking an egomaniac. You know, Anna, this is the same thing when they were when Xi came over. Was it San Francisco where they cleaned up all the graffiti and the homeless for Xi Jinping?
And he just power washed the homeless off of, the sidewalk
out of the Tenderloin district. They just took a big power washer in there.
Yeah. It's like, he was very friendly and accommodating to Xi Jinping. Well, yeah.
You're trying to negotiate with the guy, but you're mad that Trump was nice to him? Like, I don't understand what they want. I don't think they do either. They just want Trump to fail.
So think about this, Harry. They're mad that we are very cordial and respectful to massive global leaders. So they get mad about that. But then they also get mad how we treat illegal aliens that are criminals in Alligator Alcatraz.
Right.
We can do no right.
Yeah, or the people just being criminals in Washington D.C. Yeah, that's okay.
Right.
Let's go on to Meet the Press with Kristen Welker. So now the talking point today is that Zelensky is coming to the White House to get bullied by the Trump administration
and other foreign leaders.
Let's start with cut 7.
There is concern from the Europeans that President Zelensky is going to be bullied into signing something away. That's why you have these European leaders coming as backup tomorrow. Can you?
No, it isn't. That's not why they're
them?
coming as back. That's not true. No, but that's not that's not true. They're not coming here tomorrow to keep Zelensky from being bullied. They're not coming.
February
in fact,
Oval Office
they're coming here
meeting
tomorrow
in front of television cameras where President Zelensky.
Do you know how many meetings we've had
down.
Since then?
Oh no, I know, and I was just up in Alaska watching the one with
then.
Vladimir Putin where a red carpet rolled
no,
out.
No, but
for
it was Zelensky. We've had more meetings. We've had one meeting with Putin and like a dozen meetings with Zelensky. So, but that's not true. They're not coming here tomorrow to keep Zelensky from being bullied. They're coming here tomorrow because we've been working with the Europeans. We talked to them last week. There were meetings in the UK over the previous weekend.
And they said President Trump was going to demand a ceasefire
as early as Thursday. No. But you said that they're coming here tomorrow to keep Zelensky from being bullied. They're not coming here tomorrow. Oh, this is such a stupid media narrative that they're coming here tomorrow because Trump is going to bully Zelensky into a bad deal. We've been working with these people for weeks on this stuff. They're coming here tomorrow because they chose to come here tomorrow. We invited them to come. Yeah. We invited them to come. The president invited them to come.
And just remember the last time Zelensky was here, sitting next to Trump and Vance, he muttered some sort of derogatory expletive or whatever in his home language. Of course, he's there. He's dressed like he's like Oscar the Grouch, like he just rolled out of a dumpster after getting handout after handout after handout. And here's the thing, Harry. When you talk about two parties and a third party as a negotiator, last time I checked, the one that's got more power and has more of the ability to dictate the terms, it's Russia. If it wasn't for the United States, this thing was over a long time ago because the only reason Ukraine is still staying alive is because of our funding and our weapons.
Even after all the casualties that Russia has sustained, they still have 3.6 million troops. Zelensky has 800,000. Do the math.
Oh, that's a good
Seriously.
stat. Look at you.
Yeah, I'm coming with stats.
Look at you.
You love stats.
I know you love your stats.
Right, so you're going to give us some stats. 3.6 million to 800K.
Yeah.
In a war of attrition, it's advantage Russia.
Oh, most definitely. And you could even argue that, with us under Biden supporting this war, it's caused hundreds of thousands of more people to die because the war has prolonged. It could have just been, one and done. Russia comes in, takes what it wants, and it's over. But we've prolonged this and caused a lot of death in the since then.
I know there's, territories that are going to be discussed, and, we don't know what they've agreed upon and what still is up for discussion and debate. But just to make it simple, if Russia gets 2 and Ukraine gets 1 as far as concessions versus gaining things, and Ukraine can stop having all of their people slaughtered. I mean, you would think that Zelensky, in theory, I'm assuming there's going to be some Ukrainians not happy about it. Certainly some Americans here with their ridiculous yard signs, I stand with Ukraine, saying, oh, Trump made sure his boy Putin got the benefit of the doubt and walked away the winner. Well, what do you want? Do you want another 200,000 deaths?
Right.
Let's continue with John Brennan. It's just Margaret Brennan.
Oh, boy.
Cut 8. This is Margaret Brennan with Face the Nation. Roll this. Cut 8.
But the president told those European leaders last week that he wanted a ceasefire. The president went on television, said he would walk out of the meeting if Vladimir Putin didn't agree with one. He said there would be severe consequences if he didn't agree to one. He said he'd walk out in 2 minutes. He spent 3 hours talking to Vladimir Putin, and he did not get one. So there's
because
some mixed
obviously
messages.
things happened during that meeting. Well, because obviously look, our goal here is not to stage some production for the world to say, oh, how dramatic, he walked out. Our goal here is to have a peace agreement to end this war, okay? And obviously we felt, and I agreed, that there was enough progress, not a lot of progress, but enough progress made in those talks to allow us to move to the next phase. If not, we wouldn't be having Zelensky flying all the way over here. We wouldn't be having all the Europeans coming all the way over here. Now understand, and take with a grain of salt, I'm not saying we're on the verge of a peace deal, but I am saying that we saw movement, enough movement to justify a follow-up meeting with Zelensky and the Europeans, enough movement for us to dedicate even more time to this. You talk about the sanctions. Look, at the end of the day, if peace is not going to be possible here, and this is just going to continue on as a war, people will continue to die by the thousands. The president has that option to then come in and impose new sanctions. But if he did this now, the moment the president puts those additional sanctions, that's the end of the talks. You've basically locked in at least another year to year and a half of war and death and destruction. We may unfortunately wind up there, but we don't want to wind up there. We want to wind up with a peace deal that ends this war so Ukraine can go on with the rest of their lives and rebuild their country and be assured that this is never going to happen again. That's the goal here. We're going to do everything possible to make that happen if it's doable.
If it's doable, and those sanctions would come via economic sanctions, which is not going to sit well with Putin, and Trump's going to say, if we don't get to where we need to be, you know what's going to happen, economic sanctions. But, here's the other thing on this front. When you look at Trump and Putin and Zelensky, Trump knows his presidency, as far as foreign policy goes, is going to be judged primarily on this specific incident. We've had, ceasefire deals with Hamas and Israel. He's not looking, I don't think, this is just my gut, he's not looking for 30, 60, or 90-day ceasefires. He wants permanent resolution.
Peace.
Yep.
Yeah. Why would
Peace over cease.
Hey.
Look at you.
Like that?
That could be a hat.
Let's start selling T-shirts, Stalker. Let's
Yes, peace over cease. With the Kayal and Company logo. I like
Harry coming on this morning, just firing on all cylinders. You know why? Is because we had technical issues when we first brought him on, so he's annoyed. Don't worry, Harry.
He's pissed off. I like it.
When we came in, Nick started the show in Dawn's studio.
Yeah.
Because,
oh, really?
Yeah, because the headphones.
What happens there on the weekend?
I don't know. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And nobody, I get it. You need to move things over, but then put them back. You know what I mean? So whatever settings you moved over, put them back. Thank God Dave Scalish is here in the morning because he just he un-Fs everything that everybody Fs over the weekend.
Unburdened by what has been from weekend radio.
Cut 9 here on the fact that a ceasefire is not off the table, that he's aiming to end the war. Roll this.
Here. So heading into the meeting with President Putin on Friday, President Trump said he wanted a ceasefire agreement. Now he is saying he wants a broader peace deal. We know that Ukraine, we know that European allies want a ceasefire first. Is a ceasefire now off the table, Mr. Secretary?
No, it's not off the table. I think what the president said, in fact, you just read it on the air a few moments ago, it was agreed to by all that the best way to end this conflict is through a full peace deal. There's no doubt about that. I mean, who would be against the fact if tomorrow we came to you and said we have a full peace deal and it's done? I think that's the best way to end the war. Now, whether there needs to be a ceasefire on the way there, well, we've advocated for that. Unfortunately, the Russians, as of now, have not agreed to that. But the ideal here, what we're aiming for here is not a ceasefire. What we ultimately are aiming for is an end to this war.
Well, I want to drill down on.
You know, Harry, I was thinking about this, with comparing ceasefires to peace deals. We'll go to our old stomping grounds when we were sports guys. A ceasefire is like a NFL player getting the franchise tag. it's a short-term stopgap where
Just kicking the can down the road.
Kicking the can down the road,
Yeah.
right? But you're that NFL player, and you want that long-term commitment with the big signing bonus.
Right.
That's the peace deal, right?
That's
there.
the peace deal.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
More from Kristen Welker about imposing sanctions.
By the way, real quick, Anna, if
Yeah.
you, what is it you said you did again? It was jujitsu.
Yeah.
How long would it take you to pull out your jujitsu skills and wipe out Raditz, Brennan, and Welker simultaneously?
Simultaneously is really the issue there, because jiu-jitsu doesn't work great if your opponent has a knife, a gun, or friends.
Okay.
So
What about a
it's-
teleprompter and a legal pad?
Maybe with that,
Okay.
perhaps.
All right.
I don't know. I wish I was better, but it would probably take. I would probably need some backup.
Yeah, I wish these Sunday anchors were better, but they're not.
Margaret might want to consider porn at some point.
It's amazing. Cut 10 here. More with Kristen Welker on why not impose more sanctions, because sanctions work. That's me.
Force them to agree to a ceasefire instead of accepting that Putin won't agree to one.
Well, first, I think that's something that a lot of people go around saying that I don't necessarily think is true. I don't think new sanctions on Russia are going to force them to accept the ceasefire. They're already under very severe sanctions. I think that it should be. You could argue that could be a consequence of refusing to agree to a ceasefire or the end of hostilities. But there is no evidence that more sanctions, because sanctions take months and sometimes years to bite. And we may very well wind up in that place. I hope not, because that means that peace talks failed. But we have to give every opportunity for peace a chance in this particular case. And that's what we're trying to do here. And so those options remain to the president. The minute he takes those steps, all talks stop. The minute we take those steps, there is no one left in the world to go talk to the Russians and try to get them to the table to reach a peace agreement. So that moment may come. I hope not, because I hope we get a peace deal.
So, Mr. Secretary, a lot of people have heard President Trump threaten sanctions for months, and they are wondering, are they empty threats? Why hasn't he punished Putin to date for this war since taking office?
Well, again, every single sanction that was in place on the day he took over remained. And the impact of all those sanctions remain. You know, when the Russians landed in Alaska, they were there to refuel. They had to offer to pay in cash to refuel their airplanes because they can't use our banking system. They face consequences every single day. But the bottom line is that has not altered the direction of this war. That doesn't mean those sanctions are inappropriate. It means it hasn't altered the outcome of it. And here's what we do think is important, and that is that we end this war. To end this war, you have to be able to engage with the Russians. As much as people may not like it, as distasteful as people may find it, the only way to end this war is to get the Russians to agree, as well as the Ukrainians, but the Russians to agree to a peace deal. And the minute you issue new sanctions, your ability to get them to the table, our ability to get them to the table, will be severely diminished. That moment may arrive. But when it comes, what you're basically signaling is there is no opportunity for peace at this point. So just let's put on more sanctions and allow more people to get bombed and more people to be killed. And that's what we're trying to stop.
So, just dying to interrupt.
Dying to interrupt, to throw him off his train of thought, and make him speed up and rush his answer in. No pun intended. So basically what Walker is saying there, well, Trump's been saying sanctions were going to come, but they have not come. So here's what the Democrats will do. They'll do one of two things, and it'll be a win-win for them. If Trump keeps delaying on imposing sanctions or punishing Russia, we'll hear taco from Eric Swalwell. Trump always chickens out. Taco, taco, taco. Or if Trump gets too brash with Russia and escalates the conflict, he said he was going to prevent World War III. In fact, he started World War III. Yeah. So, he's damned if he does, damned. The only way he comes out looking victorious in the mainstream media's eyes is if he's able to get a peace deal where Ukraine doesn't have to give up anything, and then Hillary Clinton has to eat her words and say, yes, give Trump the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah, her talking about Putin that way is kind of just like a reflection of the Democrats' or the Democrats' broader strategy of like, listen, it's all or nothing. They're not really ones to compromise. Even the way that they eat their own, you could agree with the Dems on 90% of everything, and then 10% you disagree on, and they completely, they force you out of the party. They say you're one of them, not one of us. Where with the Republicans are just like the right in general is more open to like, listen, we're all on the same side. We may disagree about this or that, but we're going to come to a compromise. So it just seems like her saying all those things is really just a reflection of their broader strategy of like, we don't negotiate. It's all or nothing. Why are you being so nice to Putin?
Right.
Yep. Exactly.
11 on if, to your point about Trump with the sanctions, are they just empty threats? This is 11.
Because I hope we get a peace deal.
But so, Mr. Secretary, a lot of people have heard President Trump threaten sanctions for months, and they are wondering, are they empty threats? Why hasn't he punished Putin to date for this war since taking office?
Well, again, every single sanction that was in place on the day he took over remained. And the impact of all those sanctions remain. When the Russians landed in Alaska, they were there to refuel. They had to offer to pay in cash to refuel their airplanes because they can't use our banking system. They face consequences every single day. But the bottom line is that has not altered the direction of this war. That doesn't mean those sanctions are inappropriate. It means it hasn't altered the outcome of it. And here's what we do think is important, and that is that we end this war. To end this war, you have to be able to engage with the Russians. As much as people may not like it, as distasteful as people may find it, the only way to end this war is to get the Russians to agree, as well as the Ukrainians, but the Russians to agree to a peace deal. And the minute you issue new sanctions, your ability to get them to the table, our ability to get them to the table, will be severely diminished. That moment may arrive. But when it comes, what you're basically signaling is there is no opportunity for peace at this point.
Yeah, I think we just played that one.
That's fine. I mean, I said earlier after the big take today, Harry, my prediction was months ago that I thought this thing would be over by late June. I was dead wrong. But if today goes well with Zelensky, is it fair to think that we are close to a peace deal before the holidays? Because I feel, and I'm always honest, if this thing spills over into year 2 of Trump's presidency, then you can sit there and say, on this front, he has failed.
It's been a failure.
Correct.
Yes,
correct.
Absolutely, and that'll affect the midterms, no, without question.
Oh, good point.
But yeah, I mean, we'd love to have something done, by the holidays. But when you're dealing with someone like Putin, I mean, I can't make predictions.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
it's hard to sit there and give a firm thought when you're dealing with a madman.
Right.
Harry, I need you to shame our audience a little bit here because we're closing in on like 600 views and we only have 164 likes. So
that's despicable.
It's just disgraceful. So maybe Harry, if you could tell everybody to hit that like button and hit that subscribe
Smash
button.
the like and subscribe button right now, or I'm going to come over and bully you after I get done bullying Zelensky.
But Harry, we're going to roll the red carpet out for you.
Right.
With a firm handshake and a clap.
Yeah.
And
we should play this for Harry.
We played the body language expert this morning. I don't want to play it again because it's
the highlight of my day.
It's 2 minutes of my life and I'm not getting back. Where a body language expert went through the meeting and discussed who was in command and what this means and what the handshake meant. It was 2 minutes on CNN that should have been better suited with something else, but they decided to go with that. Please make sure you're hitting that like button. Just come on, I need to get over 400. So, I need 200 people right now to go hit that like button.
Right.
But can't you just see Trump out on the tarmac in Alaska holding on to the gas pump for the planes and just stand there saying, straight cash, homie,
This is number 12 here about the negotiations. It's true. When you go in to negotiate, everybody wants 100% of what they want. Mm-hmm. Sure. But you don't get it. That's part of a negotiation. It's like contracts. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I want $1 million. Okay, let's settle on this. You know what I mean? Like, you go into, negotiations wanting something and hope that you get, I don't know, 70% of it, 60% of it, maybe 50% of it.
Yep.
This is 12.
And that's what we're trying to stop.
So, Mr. Secretary, what will Russia have to give up? What concessions will Russia, the aggressor, have to make as a part of this peace agreement?
Well, that's what these negotiations are about. And as you can imagine, everybody goes into a negotiation wanting 100% of what they want. That includes Ukraine, but obviously the Russians. And the only way to reach a deal on anything, whether it's in business or in politics or in geopolitics, the only way to reach a deal is for each side to get something and each side to give something. And that's been very difficult. If it was easy, this wouldn't have been going on for 3.5 years. Understand, the longer these wars go on, the harder they are to end, unfortunately, because one side is always looking for leverage on the other, in this particular case, the Russian side as well. And so I think that's the core of what we're trying to work through here. That's why Zelensky's coming tomorrow. That's why European leaders are coming tomorrow. That's why the president called them from the airplane, spent 2 hours in the middle of the night talking to them. And that's why we've been engaged with them every step of the way, is we are trying to find what can we get to that both sides can agree on. And it's been difficult. This is a hard issue set, but we're dedicating a lot of time to it, and the president deserves credit for dedicating time to it.
And I understand that these negotiations are ongoing, but can you name?
Yeah, no, he
No,
cannot.
actually. Can't
no,
do that.
No, Kristen, no, he cannot. Stop reading the same questions that Martha read and Margaret read. By the way, have you noticed the terminology? The questions, not verbatim, but almost identical.
I know. Yeah.
But the key word, though, is leverage. So if you're ranking the three parties involved here in this conflict when it comes to leverage, you could argue the United States has the most leverage or Russia. What you cannot argue is that Ukraine has the least leverage of the three.
They got nothing.
You don't have the cards,
Yeah.
apparently,
Yeah.
is
Like-
what he said.
Like, Kristen Welker doesn't realize Ukraine's at the poker table right now with 7-5 offsuit, okay? Russia's got a pocket
I don't know what
pair,
that means.
and
Nobody
Trump
knows
has
what that
ace
means.
king.
Here's another Kel reference that nobody gets.
Like, if this audience doesn't pick up on it doesn't know poker, then I'm leaving America.
What next? A wrestling reference?
That'll come shortly.
Or a Married with Children reference, like he said.
There it is.
Right.
Bud Bundy in 1991 that nobody understands.
With the rubber doll.
Thank you.
Yes.
Except me.
Right.
I'm the one who gets your references. Can we officially take Mark Halperin off of the list of insiders who know things? Because he made the dumbest prediction.
Really?
He made the dumbest.
You want to take him off the list?
Yes, because of this prediction. This is the stupidest prediction, and then he doubles down on it, okay? Mark Halperin on Friday. So this happened before the this is 26, Phil. This happened before the summit.
Okay.
He was on his little podcast there, and he was talking to Spicer and some Dan guy.
Yeah,
that was Spicer?
Yes, that was Spicer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is
I didn't even recognize
after
him.
you said
Yeah.
this is Friday before the
Yes.
summit?
Yeah. He predicted that the U.S. will arrest Putin as soon as he touches down in American soil.
Boy. And remember, folks, this is the guy that was fired for humping at the water cooler.
Humping at the water cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Roll this.
Serious question. What's the % chance that the United States arrests Putin today? That's what I'm looking for. Dan,
Zero.
what's the % chance they arrest him as a war
Zero.
criminal?
Zero.
Yes.
Sean.
Zero.
Okay. When it happens, we'll post this moment.
It won't.
And I'll just say
Hang
before
on.
I take your questions.
Hang on. He's not done. No.
okay.
No,
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Two-way
Keep
tonight
going. Yeah.
is on the 2028.
Wait, do you disagree?
Yeah.
Do you disagree?
Oh no, I think they're going to arrest him. I think that's the whole thing is to trick him to come into the U.S. and going to arrest him. He's a war criminal.
Yeah, we know that.
That he is. But...
Yeah. So let's see. But we may do my point is we may do a special report. Just we'll see this weekend.
So now, let me ask you a question now, because Spicy and those guys are clearly on the right side of this. Is he going to be held accountable for this really awful wrong take?
What?
You know,
No,
of course not.
No.
Nobody's held
It's
accountable
like-
for anything these
Yeah.
days.
It's like a hot
Isn't it
take
great?
sports host.
Yeah. Right.
Seriously.
Yeah. This is like saying that Putin's going to be arrested upon touchdown in Alaska as a war criminal is about as preposterous as saying, well, Jalen Hurts has had 2 bad days of practice at Browns camp. Is he going to have a bad year this year? The guy just won the Super Bowl and was the MVP.
Oh, boy.
Right. Should we start Tanner McKee?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Sorry, Anna. Anna's like, what the hell
That's
are they
okay.
talking about?
Yeah, I'm sorry. My apologies.
I'm putting it together. But what did he think would be the fallout of that?
Yeah. Can you imagine?
A hot war with Russia?
Yeah.
Can you imagine
Sounds
that?
fun.
We can't even arrest John Brennan.
Yeah.
And we're going to arrest Putin.
Right.
That's It's a
Okay.
great point. It's a great point. Nicole Wallace on MSNBC says that we're discussing the Alaska summit. We're doing the Alaska summit with Vladimir Putin to distract from the Epstein files. Can I just say one thing? This is why we can't have nice things.
Yep.
And this is why the people like me who are legitimately concerned and want answers on the Epstein files, but like MSNBC and those numbnuts, they take it to another degree where I'm just like, yeah, I'm out on this. Like, I'm out. Like, stop comparing everything. Stop saying it's because of this. It's because of this.
Right.
Like, we can walk and chew gum at the same time.
Yep.
We can have the Epstein files released, and we can also, meet with Putin and try and negotiate peace. Yes, it's not that. You can do both.
Unless
you can do
you're
both.
Nicole Wallace.
Oh, she's so dumb. She's so dumb.
She's painful to listen to. I mean, she can't even put a sentence together.
And just like running failing campaigns, and like you get multi-million-dollar TV deals.
Yeah.
It's just like
who's she married to at Peacock, by the way?
People fail up in this industry, and I just hate it. I hate when people fail up. Thank you very much.
I succeed down.
All right, 25.
Of time.
So just to recap, Nicole Wallace, we knew coming into this that just the invitation to meet with a U.S. president on U.S. soil for the first time in 18 years was a gift to Vladimir Putin, that he, regardless of what happened today, he was going to be able to walk away and sell it as a win to the Russian people. What does Donald Trump have to sell to the people of the United States?
Well, I think you have to look at what he's engaged in right now. And what his chief political imperative is right now is to get his own base of supporters to stop asking him to release the Epstein files. And so Tulsi Gabbard and John Ratcliffe are engaged in an effort to manufacture a narrative about the 2016 intelligence assessment. And what's interesting is that as little as was discussed, Donald Trump spent the most time talking about what he calls him Vladimir, what he and Vladimir have been through together. And he referenced the Russia hoax a half a dozen times. I mean, Vladimir Putin in Russia is proud of his efforts to interfere and meddle and weigh in and have a say in the 2016 election. Vladimir Putin was also touting a very mission accomplished, if you will, message before he left.
I think Ambassador McFaul.
See, this is why I believe every broadcast should have somebody presenting the contrarian point of view, because it's so easy to just totally obliterate Nicole Wallace there. This is a distraction from Epstein? No, it's not. In 2022, 2023, and 2024, was anybody talking about the Epstein files on either side of the political aisle? Hardly nobody, right? It was on the back burner, and that's being generous. So Trump was running in part on, yes, the economy and the border, and one of his major things was to prevent World War III and end all the global conflicts, including Russia-Ukraine. So it's not like Trump ignored Russia-Ukraine in 2023 on the campaign trail, or 2024, or in early 2025, and then pivoted to this to get away from Epstein. This has been on probably his bullet list of, I don't know, top 5 or 6 issues to address the day he got in office. She's a dope.
Yeah, she certainly is. No doubt. It's kind of like your girlfriend's like reminding you like why you shouldn't be dating that guy. Remember that time?
Yeah.
And then you do get enraged. You're like, oh yeah, I do. And then you go back to being mad again. That's what she's trying to do with the Trump base.
Right. 100% on that.
And as Stocker was saying, you can handle 2 things at once.
Of course
right?
you can.
Yeah, absolutely. Was he supposed to not do his job until this gets sorted?
All right, guys, we are not going to deal with the economy at all until the border is 100%. One thing at a time.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
The whole thing with Trump getting a Nobel Peace Prize, Smerconish, we played this earlier. We didn't play this earlier, but we played a clip from Smerconish earlier. But he says that because Hillary Clinton has said that if he can negotiate a peace deal between Russia and Ukraine, that she'd be all for giving Trump the Nobel Peace Prize. Smerconish says that if you don't believe that he should get a Nobel Peace Prize for this, then you truly have TDS. Roll this.
If President Trump brokers a peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine that Ukraine finds acceptable, I was very careful to put that in the question. I didn't just say, should he get a Nobel Peace Prize? First of all, they've got to resolve the war, and Ukraine has to find it acceptable. And frankly, I don't know how you'd vote no on that. I don't know how. I'm prepared. Let me just say this. I proved this to you last week on air when I covered my eyes and Catherine asked me to predict, what's the outcome of the poll. You learned a couple of things. I don't cheat on these things. I really don't know what the results are. I anticipate that President Trump is going to come out on the losing end of this stick when we come back with the results in just a few minutes. But I don't get it. I truly don't get it. That will be Trump derangement syndrome. Because how could you say if he negotiates a fair peace that he's undeserving? I don't understand it. I really don't.
And the caveat being...
So all the things that have happened for the last, 8 or 9, 10 years up until this weren't TDS or examples of TDS, but this is.
Yeah, right.
Really?
This is the final straw.
This is it, man.
This is it. And
wow.
Of course, she says, as long as Ukraine doesn't...
finds it acceptable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hillary, I think, said... no territorial concessions.
Oh, right. Not Crimea going to Russia and all that stuff.
Yeah. Trump on Hillary saying this, I guess now all of a sudden he's her fan. Cut 14.
In fact, did you see that Hillary Clinton yesterday said that if you got this deal done and not capitulate to Putin, that she would nominate you for the Nobel Peace Prize?
If President Trump were the architect of that, I'd nominate him for a Nobel Peace Prize.
Well, that was very nice. I may have to start liking her again.
I'll drop the crooked moniker.
Wait a second. Hang on. She's at the helm of this Russiagate thing. I thought we were going to arrest her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What now?
Lock her up.
What now? She says something favorable about him, and now all of a sudden we're Team Hillary.
They'll be having Thanksgiving together at Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
It'll be Hillary. It'll be Melania. Dawn will fly down from Philadelphia.
Right.
They'll have a great meal.
A summit.
It's easy to become an enemy of Trump, but it's also easy to get back in his good graces.
Oh,
You just throw him a bone.
You just got to
here
stroke
and there.
him a little bit. Yeah.
So she'll be let out in handcuffs, or those people? What do they say about this? About if he does get a Nobel Peace Prize, and she's all for it, is she off the hook then?
Off the hook. She might get a spot in the administration.
Is Bill off the hook with Epstein?
Well, that's another.
See, that's the other negotiation.
That's another negotiation.
You
maybe
scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Maybe she's
exactly right.
Maybe this is all a brilliant plan by Hillary Clinton. She's like, wow, if I start kissing up to Trump, he'll drop all these charges or forget about him.
Stop looking.
Lucky for her,
Just
Bill will
stop
be
looking.
dead in 2 years.
Who's next to go? Bill Clinton or Ric Flair? 855.
Man, that's just. So then he sat down with Hannity after the meeting. Let's start with with cut 22, Phil. The hard-hitting questions from Hannity.
Yeah.
I always had a great relationship with President Putin, and we would have done great things together in terms of, their land is incredible. The rare earth, the oil, gas, everything. It's incredible. It's the largest piece of land in the world. This war should never have happened. A lot of wars should never have happened. He drove China and Russia together. That's not good. If you are just a minor student of history, it's the one thing you didn't want to do. Because they're basically natural enemies. Russia has tremendous amounts of land. China has tremendous amounts of people. And China needs Russia land. But because of pure stupidity, they were driven together.
First of all, can I just say something real fast? Is that the second I ingest talk about how, 2 weeks ago we were talking about locking Hillary Clinton up, all the Trump-splainers come on the YouTube chat and have to correct me that he was just saying it in joke.
Right.
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you guys. All the Trump-splainers. Yeah, but it's just this. It was sarcasm. Okay, cool. Thanks.
Here we go.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. No, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you pointing that out for me. Like I didn't understand it. Like I didn't get it. You're right. You're absolutely right. Thank
You're
you.
like a woman being mansplained to. We get it.
Oh. Jimmy, pull that. I need Anna saying we get it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, more from Trump and Hannity. You played this clip in the Big Take where Putin says that if Trump was president, this war wouldn't have happened. Mm-hmm. Cut 23.
I was very happy to hear him say if I was president, that war would have never happened. I see everyone saying worst since World War II by far. There's nothing even close. But we had a very good meeting today, and I think a lot of points were negotiated.
Yeah, this was the point I illustrated after the Big Take around 6:40 when we were chopping it up with Anna on this subject. And I said, look, Democrats, forget mainstream media for a moment, but Democrats, you're not even allowed at the table for this conversation because your guy in a 2.5 year window projected such weakness. And if you don't think these are in kind of not a coordinated effort, but you have, so let's think about this from the calendar standpoint. You have that terrible withdrawal from Afghanistan that showed weakness. And then Russia says, you know what? Okay, it's February or March of 2022.
It was February 24th, 2022.
2022. And they say, all right, now's the time to act. America's weak. We're going into Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
And then a year and a half later, Hamas says, you know what? Let's go flying in on kites and hang gliders and slaughter people at a music festival. Like, if you're going to pull something off, it's going to happen under the last administration, not the current one.
Didn't Biden also release like $6 billion to Iran? Like
Yeah.
there was some sort of
Yes.
like
The
negotiation with hostage, like a prisoner swap or something, and also released $6 billion. And then a few months later, October 7th happened.
And
I
we
don't think
also
they're
gave up a Russian arms dealer for a WNBA player.
Oh, yeah, the Merchant
Brittany
of
Griner,
Death.
correct.
Yes. A
Victor
washed-up
Boot or something.
WNBA player who's done nothing for that league to generate revenue. For a guy that you probably won't invite to a Thanksgiving dinner table.
Have you heard her talk? Because she doesn't sound like a her.
No,
It's
she
a
sounds like a
dude.
him.
It's scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's questionable.
And she'll dunk on me physically.
Yeah, she's 6'9". She's
Yeah.
crazy tall.
One more from Trump and Hannity on disagreeing with Putin publicly. 24.
The meeting took place in this room.
Yeah.
This is where you met, right in this
We
room.
did. Well,
Did you have?
All right. Can we The meeting took place in this room. Wow.
Look at Hannity smiling too.
What'd you have for breakfast?
He loves
He's
the chummy
annoying.
moments.
Oh
doesn't he?
God,
He's
just
so annoying.
enough.
You know,
Spit already.
Yes.
Harry, you and I, when we were doing sports in a different lifetime, we were never really ones to do the chummy layup questioning interview type.
No. With
right?
the athletes or the
Yeah.
coaches, no. I
Right.
couldn't care less if they liked me.
Right.
I just want consistency. Like we knock these Sunday shows all the time, as well we should. Kristen
Yeah.
Welker, Margaret Brennan, these hacks. Let's also knock these effing
Bootlickers.
layup questions by Sean Hannity and Laura Ingraham and everybody else. Like do an interview with somebody that's gonna challenge you. I don't know.
Well, that's why I think on Fox, at least with the most notable names, Brett Baer, and I know he's kind of hot or cold with this audience depending on the day, but like he comes at it from a very, very objective, middle of the road journalistic standpoint. There's
Yeah.
no ass kissing. There's no aha gotcha moments. It's like professionalism.
Yeah.
We need Bill
and
O'Reilly
maybe
back.
maybe the most robust jawline I've ever seen.
Sean
On a
Hannity.
human man. No.
Brett Baer?
Brett
Yeah,
Baer.
just like
Yeah.
a strong jaw. Very impressive.
I'm not saying because Trump does to his credit, he does a ton of he sits there and swats away stupid reporters all the time. Yeah. I'm not saying it should be. It's just Hannity with ass kissing. It's just ugh.
Yeah, it's Hannity, and it's also the setting. Like if you're doing this following a huge meeting, again, what was the stat? They've met with Zelensky 12 times, and they've met with Putin 1 time. Like, let's go. Get to the crux of the interview. Now, if you're having Trump on The Undertaker's podcast during an election season,
Here we go.
It's a totally there's your wrestling reference.
Here we go.
It's a totally different setting. You could bust balls. You could stroke each other. You can have fun. But in this formal setting on something as big as Russia, hey, Sean, take Trump's you-know-what out of your mouth and get to the point.
That's what gets your afternoon show zipped from the 12-10 lineup.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Harry. That's right. We have a much more talented Rich Zeoli in there.
And by the way, high school graduate Sean Hannity. Not that college is anything to brag about anymore, but Mr. Hannity, his education ended after the 12th grade.
All right, let's start this one more time here.
The meeting took place in this room.
Yeah.
This is where you met, right in this room.
Did. Well,
Did you have?
Let me examine it.
Oh,
there it is.
That's where you were sitting.
That's it. I would say that's it. Yep.
So, did you have alone time with him?
Yeah, I did. I did actually after our speeches. He made a very good speech, and I also finished it up. And afterwards, we spoke. Right after that, we
let you get to third base
very sincerely. I think he wants to see it done.
Yeah. In your press conference, you talked about a lot of things that you agreed on, and maybe one big issue you don't agree on. Are you prepared to go public with that?
No, I'd rather not. I guess somebody's going to go public with it. They'll figure it out. But no, I don't want to do that. I want to see if we can get it done. It's not a done deal at all. Mm-hmm. And Ukraine has to agree. I mean, President Zelensky has to agree. But it's a terrible war where he's losing a lot, and both of them are. And hopefully it can get completed. That'll be a great achievement for them. Forget about me, for them. And you'll save 7,000 lives a week. That's a lot.
I actually think Laura Trump would be a more difficult interview to Donald Trump than Sean Hannity. And that might say it all.
Oh, man, Dully, you're my buddy. But, there's no Hannity derangement syndrome here. I just think the dude's a hack.
Yeah.
I just do. I don't know.
Most people don't like Hannity.
He gives you the ick.
Yeah, I don't know. He's a nice enough guy. I've met him many times. He's a nice enough guy, but I don't know. I just don't think that he's...
Let me ask you this.
He doesn't do an entertaining show.
No.
And he doesn't ask hard questions to...
No. And he's painfully unfunny, but I feel like he means well.
Yeah.
Very lazy, too.
Well, is Hannity's rise to where he is in the media as a result of no high school or beyond high school education a sign of white supremacy or a great American story?
Actually, I think,
yes.
To Harry's point, I think that is a Hannity asset. It is the fact that he did, he didn't go to college. You know what I mean? So
how does Jesse Waters not land Trump at all? There must be something there. He's got the highest rated primetime show, and he's on the 5, and he doesn't get Trump at all.
It's a great point,
right?
It's a great point.
It's the most viewers. Wouldn't you want him in that spot?
Yeah.
Or does Hannity throw a little baby fit, or does Hannity have just a
little baby fit,
a developed relationship?
I think probably the latter.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
By the way, that interview with Trump and Hannity brought to you by Bucks County Estate Traders. Transform your home with Bucks County Estate Traders Labor Day sale running August 25th through September 1st. Save 20 to 50% off store-wide. Shop online with code LABOR25 at their website, buckscountyestatetraders.com.
Everyone has a fave Wendy's Frosty flavor. And when you're choosing from chocolate or vanilla, it's not that hard. But now, there's all new Frosty Swirls and Frosty Fusions. So try picking your fave from Oreo Brownie Fusion, Pop-Tarts Strawberry Fusion, Strawberry Swirl, Brownie Batter Swirl, Caramel Swirl, and Caramel Crunch Fusion. Not so easy now, huh? For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later.
Participating U.S. Wendy's. Hours may vary by location. Oreo is a trademark of Mondelez International Group. Pop-Tarts is a trademark of Kellogg North America Co. LLC. Used with permission.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Seems like back to school happens earlier each year.
First day of school coming in hot.
And this year, my kids had massive supply lists.
Folders, notebooks, and pens. Oh, the humanity.
But Staples had everything I needed, with some items just 25 cents.
Watch the small print.
No. My back-to-school budget was saved by Staples Easy Button.
Everything for school, in stock and as low as 25 cents. Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. In St. 23 while supplies last.
Moms and dads, do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers, Find My Skechers. There's a clever hidden AirTag compartment under the shoe's insole. It's sleek, secure, and your child can't feel or see it. Then you can check where your kids' shoes are on the Find My app. Plus, they're available for boys and girls. Get Find My Skechers at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids' shoes are sold. Apple AirTags sold separately.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Gain a global perspective and specialized skills that many of today's top employers are seeking with an MBA from University of Maryland Global Campus. Study online and complete your degree in just 16 months for about $21K. Choose from MBA specializations in global business, marketing, HR, finance, and more. No application fee if you apply by September 3rd. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
We know you're uncertain about psychics. Is this fortune teller you found on a forum legit?
Your one true love is... me!
That's why California Psychics reject 98% of the psychics who apply to work with us. We guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. New customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. So experience the joy of certainty at CaliforniaPsychics.com. Get insights on the go. Download the California Psychics app today.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Now, you can listen to Talk Radio 1210 WPHT on the iHeartRadio app.
That's right, Kayal and Company rolling on 8 o'clock hour in full swing, brought to you by First Harvest Credit Union. Watch your money grow with First Harvest Credit Union and their share certificates. Earn 4% annual percentage yield with a 7-month online share certificate. Visit firstharvestcu.com/certificates. Membership restrictions apply. Insured by NCUA. Just 30 minutes out from a Monday edition of Fight Club.
Woohoo!
As the cut sheet with Harry Mays and Greg Stocker rolls on.
So we have Anna Hummel filling in for Dawn this week, and she's a resident of Florida. So I know you don't take control of everything or take responsibility for everything that happens in your state.
You should.
Why should you?
Do you want me to?
This the two illegals were driving one of those.
A semi.
Semi-trucks, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Made an illegal U-turn. And by doing that, it killed 3 people. And you have to watch, so we have the dash cam video. You have to watch at their face, like just no regard for anything.
No.
Take this youtube.com/@1210WPHT if you want to see this video. Roll it, Phil. We don't have to play the music, but you can see him turn a U-turn right into the. Oh my God! Right into the.
Look at the.
And just look at the no.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's psychopathic.
And that's on what, a 2-lane highway? Did this person think that they could just go across the grass median? And like they're driving
doing a U-turn.
They do it different in Pakistan or wherever.
Yeah,
I don't know.
India or wherever they're. Yeah,
sure.
Look at this.
Right.
Play it one more time. YouTube.com/@1210WPHT. Look at the disregard.
He sees it.
I know. Sees it coming and right there, and then just knows like, oh that sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I got to back up.
Yep.
This is unbelievable.
Jeez.
3 people were killed in that accident.
Now I'm wondering,
and they're here illegally, by the way. So
and that guy's illegal.
Yeah, not just them, but whoever hired them.
Right.
Needs to be held accountable
absolutely.
too. You know what I mean?
100%.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's ridiculous.
They always have dashboard cams in the semis like that. That was interesting.
I got to tell you, so we took an Uber Saturday night, and there were signs all over the thing that says, video recording surveillance is is happening right now, which I was like, that's great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's not. when you get into somebody's car, like it's like you don't have to worry about them doing something to you. You have to worry about they have to worry about you doing something to them. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they're just keeping themselves safe.
Show of hands is now that Greg brings his story up. I remember. Remember back before we had Uber and Lyft, it was just the old school taxi cab.
Yeah.
Like, granted, Jimmy Fallon was a taxi cab driver. Yeah. But sometimes you get in there, and a taxi cab driver, he smells a little ripe. He's not the most hygienic.
Hygiene wasn't the number one priority for most of those guys. Yeah.
But I never felt like I was, at risk of, nefarious activity. Do you get the same sense with Uber and Lyft? Like, I'm wondering how much the screening process is for these individuals.
I think there's zero.
I got to tell you guys.
Am I off?
I feel way safer.
Do
and
you?
like I'm not a
Do
guy.
you?
Yeah, I'm not a guy who like worries about that stuff. Like females I think have to worry
we do.
more than we do.
Yes.
But even my wife says all the time, she's like, I feel way safer in Ubers than in cabs. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, just like the GPS tracking people, there's just more of a record of where you are and where you're going. But I am afraid all the time. Not that I've taken so many cabs in my life, but I'm always afraid. I mean, you're getting into a car with a stranger. There's going to be some risk there. And risk for them, too, depending on who they're picking up. So.
Agreed.
Okay.
YouTube.com/@1210WPHT. Hit that like and subscribe button if you have not done so. Please do that. The left was all up in arms this weekend because Costco is no longer selling mifepristone.
Oh boy.
Anna, that's the abortion pill, right?
Why are you asking me like
it's
part of my diet?
You're the only.
Takes one every Saturday.
You don't wash it down with
500 milligrams a day.
With my protein shake? No, I don't.
Do not take on an empty stomach, and please consume at least 12 ounces of water.
I feel like I needed to ask you because you're the only female here. So
no, I didn't know what this drug was.
Well, Bill Maher brings up a great point about this because, let's roll his point and then we'll discuss. I mean, the left is literally breaking down over this, like all their rights are being taken away.
They break down over everything.
This is 21, Phil.
Oh, I read this today. Costco is now stopping selling mifepristone.
Mifepristone.
Thank you. This is the birth control pill?
It's actually an abortion pill.
Abortion pill.
Yeah.
And they said lack of demand. That's why they're not going to sell it anymore. Now, Costco, isn't that where you buy things in bulk? That's the first thing that struck me. It's like, who needs the abortion pill in bulk? How big of a hoe do you have to be to buy your abortion pills at Costco?
It's like when my wife goes to Sam's Club, she buys like the 60-pack of water.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Costco sells things in bulk. How many abortion pills do you need, sweetie?
Yeah, I guess the limit does not exist.
I'll let Anna tee off on anything she wants to say that's on a serious note with this subject, but I do have an admission to make after.
Oh boy.
About like abortion and
no,
women's rights.
About Costco?
I mean, we can get into it. It's not the answer that most females want to hear, but I'm more of a Sam's Club gal. So when we got BJ's down here in Florida, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, it is pretty bizarre that people think that this is a front on the rights, but I'll let them think what they want. It's fine.
I'm more of a BJ's guy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
We need to make BJ's great again. BJ's wholesale, that is, folks. Get your mind out of the gutter. I have to do a self-admission. I've never been in a Costco.
Really?
No.
To be honest with you, I don't think I have either.
Nope. And my
Isn't that where they
brother-in-law-
sell the Kirkland golf balls? Isn't everything Kirkland there? Like Kirkland
Yes,
vodka?
it is. That's their brand.
Yeah.
That's their great value.
Kirkland vodka.
Kirkland
Only
vodka. I've heard it's good.
Only Harry would buy vodka that you could also get a 12-pack of golf balls with.
I can get a case of that with a big crate of golf balls.
You're set.
Got a great bakery.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
So when I moved back up here 3 years ago, my brother-in-law and my sister have a Costco membership, and they said that some of the prepared meals are really good, and they were like, here, use the card whenever you want. I actually think I still have it in the wallet. It probably expired, but I still have the card. I mean, I've done, obviously, Walmart. I've done Sam's Club. What other big bulk box, massive...
BJ, Sam's Club, and
BJ's was
Costco.
my mom did BJ's
Costco
way
are the
back
big
in the
three.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the Mount Rushmore of bulk buying.
Yeah, I literally don't think I've ever been in any of those things.
Is anybody here
I
not
was
a
there
bulk?
last week.
Does anybody not buy anything in bulk on this show?
I don't.
I don't because I don't have the room to store it, or I would.
So you don't even buy like bottled spring water in bulk?
No.
No.
It's easier to just buy things like. Isn't it better for you to just go buy things fresh than it is like
we're talking
water?
talking bottled water. I mean, does that really matter?
Have bottled water delivered to your house,
Or like
dude.
toilet paper and stuff.
Have that delivered to your house.
Yeah, there's some things that
come
you
on.
just, I'm not saying I buy, 60 ribeyes in bulk, but
Sure, but I think Sam's Club delivers if you have a membership.
I mean,
but
do the cost analysis on like a 12-pack or 24-pack of water or Celsius energy drinks at your local grocery store versus the cost at, a Sam's or a wholesaler or the big box store. You save a lot of money that way.
yeah, you do.
Yeah.
By the way,
I'm a fan.
We played those two illegals that made the illegal U-turn in the semi, and let me see here. Where was that? I just had
Did Chris Van Hollen drive down?
Nate. Nate writes in. It says California let them test in Punjab. They jumped the border in 2018 and should not have been here. So
They took the test in Punjabi in their native language.
Yep.
Okay.
So they got here when Trump was still in office.
2018.
Oh
yeah.
wow.
This is another woman. This is 29. We talk about distracted driving all the time.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
This woman. So you see her. She's literally she's driving what looks like some sort of a truck or something.
Maybe an Amazon truck.
And she's paying zero attention to the road.
Of course.
She's looking down, typing something on her phone. Yeah. She goes off road and she goes right back to her phone again. Watch this video. Roll this. Look at.
Oh,
look,
whoa.
oh,
man.
Oh, damn! Oh, damn!
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap!
All right, we're back on the paveway.
And then
All right,
let me get
right back to
let
her
me
phone.
get back to constructing my text.
Here, play that one more time again, Phil. Play that one more time. Look at this. Just not paying a damn bit of attention.
Oh God.
It's like a full construction site
Yeah.
she just drove over.
Yeah.
This is like me going down the cart path with Harry in a golf cart. And I'm looking at the scorecard, and Harry grabs the wheel. Will you pay attention?
Exactly right.
In her defense, I think the truck came to a full stop when she went back to the phone.
Well, first of all, look at those here. Play it again.
This is Florida?
I don't know where that
Hey,
is.
don't put this one on us. It may not be us.
Look at those giant things she.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
She
those
drives
giant
over.
like cement cylinders. Yeah.
They're like cement pipes or something.
She's lucky she didn't flip that thing. And then
Hairnet on.
Yeah.
Glasses too big for her
It's a
face.
bonnet, so.
The bonnet. Yeah,
Is it a bonnet? Not okay.
My daughter's.
But it did look like she came to a full stop. Anna is correct, and then she went back to
Might as well
texting,
look at the
so-
phone.
Yeah.
What harm could that do?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine this brain surgeon? Can you imagine what the nonsense that she was probably texting?
Yeah.
And on a serious note, she's lucky that there was nobody else on the road because she could have killed somebody.
Yeah. Now imagine her going down like a street in South Philadelphia with row homes. She would have wiped out 8 cars.
If she would have taken herself out, that's natural selection. I'm not gonna be crying over that. But I mean,
Right.
it's just like
He's not wrong.
we need less dumb people. We need less dumb people. in this
Imagine
world.
Jimmy Kelly walking down the sidewalk to Odyssey World headquarters. He's not
Right.
able to see anything to begin with. She's distracted driving. She would have killed Jimmy Kelly.
It's true.
We would have lost Jimmy Kelly forever.
32. Boy, that's an inside joke, and you really have to listen to this radio show to know that. But it's cool. Jesus, man. Oh my Lord.
Wow.
Okay. All right. 32, Phil. So we referenced this last week. 75 homeless camps in Washington, D.C. have been cleared. They're literally going through with bulldozers and clearing out these homeless camps. This is amazing. Watch this video. Roll it.
This is crazy. Knock, knock.
Hello. Get out.
Oh,
Get
they're
them out
just
of here.
dragging the tent out of there.
Harry, come on, let's go.
Getting them all out of there.
Wow.
This is actually them. So we have another video.
Yeah.
Sorry, I called for the wrong one, but that's them. Like this is them. This is them actually physically clearing it.
Bulldozing.
With bulldozer.
Oh wow.
Good.
They're
Are they in them?
Who cares?
That is a fair point.
They're disgusting up our country.
Yeah.
Now, do they just deport them to California, or where do they go?
Get up, Harry.
In the garbage, apparently.
Yep.
Look at that. Yeah, just right in the garbage. Exactly.
Yeah. And as one philosopher once said,
stop disgusting up our country if
Yeah.
you don't want to be here. Exactly.
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
you
Right
go.
in the
Easy.
garbage. So easy.
Harry, what did Stuart Scott say back in the day when ESPN was watchable? You don't have to leave, but you got to get the heck up out of here.
Yeah, exactly right. You don't have to go home, but you got to
Can't-
get the heck
yeah.
on out of here.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. Also amazing is Gavin Newsom for 20 years in California in public office saying he's going to fix the homeless crisis.
Yeah.
It's still a disaster.
Still a disaster.
Trump
That's
says,
worse.
get me a dozen cat bulldozers and let's go.
It's not that hard. It's honestly not that hard. You know what I mean? Like, just nobody wants to see that. I understand. People need places to live, but there's centers for them. There's places that they can go that aren't outside, and with their laundry hanging up. It's like this isn't
doing the tree houses.
Yes, this isn't a third world country. Okay,
Well,
enough.
The illegals get to go to a hotel room in New York City.
Of course.
Right. American homeless, though, they got to sleep, at the corner of a bus stop.
Yeah.
And now in the garbage.
Oh,
apparently.
and Hummel, did you mention the treehouse? Because we played that video last week.
I was listening. That's how I found out about it. Yeah, that was pretty extensive. You were all impressed, as was I. I'm like, wow, I couldn't have built that.
The homeless are smart. They realize in big cities you can't build out now. You got to build up.
You got to build up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is a city councilman from Michigan, a Democrat.
No, this ought to be a doozy.
Abu Musa.
Like I said, it's
sounds about right.
So he's on tape.
Sorry.
It's amazing. Dearborn, Michigan is actually closer to Israel.
Yeah.
That's just unbelievable.
He's on tape stuffing ballots in the middle of the night from darkened trucks.
Yeah.
By the way, he won his local election there by 76 votes.
Oh.
So,
I was told this was just right-wing conspiracy theory, fear porn propaganda.
And this is who did this? James O'Keefe? No, this was Local 4 News there in Detroit.
Yeah.
Roll this news package.
Video obtained by Local 4 shows a black pickup truck pulling up outside Hamtramck City Hall in the middle of the night, just days before the primary election. All of a sudden, the lights turn on inside the truck. That's when you spot 3 men inside, including what appears to be Council Member Abu Musa in the back seat, the same council member who is seeking re-election right now. The video then shows the driver getting out and stuffing absentee ballots into the drop box. The only problem,
there you go.
They don't all fit. He then starts pushing them in before reaching for 2 more stacks. The whole time looking around to see if anyone is watching. After about 2 minutes, the group drives away. And get this, Local 4 found that it happened again, only 4 days later. This time, a different car pulling up with what appears to be the same council member in the passenger seat.
Wow.
He then starts handing bundles of ballots to the driver, dropping off 3 large stacks. City election results show Musa received 1,129 votes during the primary, making him the top contender for city council in November. Michigan State Police confirmed the videos are part of an ongoing investigation. It all comes just days after 2 Hamtramck City Council members were charged with election fraud in connection to the
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow.
Very interesting how that always seems to play out.
Good investigative journalism out of Channel 4, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Trump actually posted on Truth Social about an hour and a half ago, leading an effort to get rid of mail-in ballots and electronic voting machines, want watermarked paper ballots instead of being counted by hand. He had a very long Truth Social post, but this comes into play with what we're talking about right now, which, again, it's great to have Ani here because in Florida, when they do voting and have elections, they get the results by 10 o'clock. California takes 3 weeks. Arizona, 6 weeks. It's amazing. Florida can get it right, and yet everybody else seems to just muddy the water here.
Yep, absolutely. You don't think there's any corruption? Nah.
Right.
I think Arizona's still counting in Maricopa County.
Right, Nevada.
Yeah.
We should take a break, and then when we come back, Fight Club.
Yes.
Fight Club. This time it's a.
It's not me at Willow Grove Walmart.
No, it's I think it's happened at a preseason football game.
Ooh.
2 guys, but we see some fatties.
Oh.
Yes.
And
I love the fatties.
And Anna, just for you, a Border Patrol agent or an FBI agent, one of them, calls out fatties who are harassing them. You will love this.
I can't wait.
The 9 o'clock hour, always the best hour, and we'll get into that on the other side.
Back after this.
Hey, Dawn Stensland here. At Kitchen Magic, they've been transforming kitchens and baths for more than 45 years, right here in the USA. They're family-owned, second generation strong, and they manufacture their cabinets right in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. What does it mean? No tariffs, no middlemen, just expert craftsmanship and unbeatable value. This August, take advantage of up to 30% off cabinets during their summer savings event. Trust the name your neighbors have for decades. KitchenMagic.com. Tell them Dawn sent you.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. 1 discount per household.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Hey, this is Larry Steinitz with Investor Schooling. How many times are you going to listen to my voice before you finally go to investorschooling.com? I can't believe you haven't signed up for a class yet. You're going to learn real estate investing. You're going to learn stock options trading. You're going to learn things about money that you didn't even know existed. Go to investorschooling.com right now. Oh my goodness. This Thursday, investorschooling.com, and take that free class. See you there.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/news. That's GoFundMe.com/news to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/NEWS. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
It's the perfect time to get inside a new Toyota at Tri-County Toyota. Right now during the National Sales Event, lease a new 2025 Tacoma 4-wheel drive double cab SR5 for just $259 a month for 36 months. Or buy and get rates as low as 3.75 for 48 months. Or check out the new 2025 Grand Highlander Hybrid and lease for $499 a month for 36 months. Or finance at 5.99% for 60 months. Visit us online at TriCountyToyota.com to see more.
Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel yet? Do it today at 1210 WPHT. WPHT.
9:02, fourth and final hour underway here on a Monday morning. It's Kayal and Company, Talk Radio 1210. Nick Kayal, Anna Hummel's in for Dawn. Stocker's here. Harry Mays is here. As always, Monday through Friday, 6 to 10. And the truth is...
If you're on the radio in this time, you're my enemy.
Exactly right. As we continue.
What is that photo on YouTube?
The Shining?
Newman Price.
Oh.
Another Photoshop. Excellent work. Stalker. The axe. The knife. And yours truly. Shiny Dome.
YouTube.com/@1210WPHT. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons while you're there. Phil, please check with me next time. Seriously.
We get it!
Not everything needs to be put up there. Newman knows I love him.
Fight Club, 7 minutes.
Yeah. So this is these are federal agents that were seen. This is 39. They were seen roasting these people who are harassing cops on the streets of D.C. So they're going down an escalator, which I guess is the mass transit there. And these federal agents are coming up, and they're all yelling at him like, "Go get another job! Go get another job!" And one of them responds in a classic fashion. Roll this.
Here they come. Oh, was that the middle finger?
He said you could. What did he say? He said you could choose to eat a salad.
Oh
we
my
could all
God.
benefit from working in a salad.
I love him.
Yes.
I love that.
The fat leftist says you can choose to be something else, and the agent says you can choose to eat a salad.
Good.
Try mixing in a salad, I used to always say.
Mic drop.
Lay off the carbs.
Oh, God.
Yeah, give the cold cuts a little time out. Cleanse your pores, fatso.
It's true.
Take some Ozempic, for God's sake.
No, don't, because that will ruin all our fun. Keep the fatties fat. That's all we have left. Think about it. That's the only group of people that you can kind of still make fun of.
Yeah.
When that's gone, what are we going to do?
I know.
What an awful soul you are, Hummel.
Sorry.
It's the only group we can make fun of.
It's amazing.
You can't, because they'll call you fat phobic or you're fat shaming.
I know, but it's still like somewhat socially acceptable. Like you can't say anything about race or gender or anything, or religion, but you still kind of got the fatties.
Yeah.
I think we'll always have Pritzker, though.
Oh,
Jelly Belly.
Yeah, Mr. Jiggly himself.
Jiggly Belly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could go. I mean, I could use a good federal agent to tell me to work in a salad because I need to shed a good 17 myself. Not gonna lie. If Trump wants to send ICE to my house to monitor my diet, it might be the only thing that works at this point.
This is a TikToker who calls on her followers to kill cops in D.C.
So, just normal request.
A lot of good happening on TikTok, huh?
Yeah.
Roll this. We don't have to listen to it.
Oh dear.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
And take care of them police officers like they should have been taken care of 50 years ago.
Right. As you do the gun signal with your hands.
Can you play it one more time, Phil?
Yeah, let's just
Black people in D.C., get your
guns.
and take care of them police officers like they should have been taken care of 50 years ago.
Wow.
You know, she
She
could
needs a
benefit from
salad too.
salad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's all the same thing.
Take that fork out of your mouth. And
Yeah.
You know, I've seen all of these videos in the last 6 months now where people are demanding violence against ICE or, you know, any of these agents now in Washington, D.C. And a lot of times, like libs of TikTok or other notorious social media feeds with a massive following will retweet the video and then copy in and tag Kash Patel, Dan
Right.
Bongino, Pam
Go
Bondi.
after 'em.
Yeah, like saying, hey, I mean, these are basic threats that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the government has acted on any of these and actually approached any of these individuals as far
Doubtful.
as? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
We'd hear about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if
Wouldn't we?
this would have happened 3 years ago, and it was somebody on the right saying, hey, you need to shoot Jill Biden or something like that, and some lefty tagged the DOJ. Don't you think that administration would have followed through with threats?
Well, didn't Madonna request
She did.
years ago?
She did. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing ever happened to her.
It's true. Something happened to her, but
Right.
Well, yeah.
It's called Dennis Rodman.
Oh God.
Jeez, that was a while ago. Oh my God.
1996 reference.
He is in the 90s, man.
There's something about the Odyssey morning hosts that are stuck in the 90s.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I'm a part of it.
So Spike Lee said, why do people go to him on opinions? He was on like Morning Joe or some MSNBC show. This is
Did he talk about how ESPN canceled his Kaepernick documentary?
Oh, really?
Yeah. ESPN will no longer proceed with Spike Lee's Colin Kaepernick docuseries. Not coming out.
Wow.
According to ESPN Films.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, I should have guessed it was the Rev. The Rev had him on. So.
Oh, so Al Sharpton booked him.
Yeah.
Great.
He says that Trump would think twice before attempting a federal takeover in New York City.
Oh.
Roll this.
We're, Rev, as you know, this country right now it's bananas, and this guy trying to take over D.C. and
Come on, Spike, spit it out.
just weaponize these things, and I mean,
wow,
he's gonna think twice to try to do that in New York, though. That ain't the boogie down, Harlem. That's how do or die.
Gonna be a different kind of reaction.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be very different.
Let me stay.
Coming up on the Al Sharpton Show, we have Spike Lee, George Floyd, and Ben Crump on today's program.
Yeah, right.
As we get into the real issues plaguing America.
What is Spike? Okay, I'm going to reveal myself and my ignorance. He's a filmmaker, right?
Yes.
Is that,
Yes.
What is he known for making?
Do the Right Thing. What are some of the other?
Is
things
it
he made?
like all like political stuff?
No, they're
He's
terrible
done,
movies.
He's done some movies
Oh, okay.
with Denzel Washington. Like, there was a stretch, I think, I'll go back to the 90s again. Wasn't it like a battle between Spike Lee and Quentin Tarantino as considered like the top directors
I don't
of
know.
a certain era?
He made movies for black people, and black people never went to see his movies. So it's true. Like they were like,
That's
boy,
amazing.
this guy's films are garbage.
Don't you think though? Like,
Yeah.
this is Trump's hometown, New York, right? Like, if he had the ability to go in there, he would if he had to. And then this guy, who's most notable for the last 25 years of sitting through bad New York Knicks basketball games courtside, is out there, and it took him 30 seconds to say 11 words.
Yeah,
get off the TV.
That's amazing.
He did the Malcolm X movie back in the 90s that Nick probably saw.
Yeah, that was another.
He's Gotta Have It. That was his first one, I think.
Yeah, do you have the IMDb up? Are you looking through?
I'm looking at a page that has his filmography.
Jungle
Yeah,
Fever.
Jungle.
What else?
Brooklyn in '94.
Crooklyn, yeah, that's right.
Crooklyn.
Mo Better Blues, right? Mo Better
Yeah,
Blues.
that was
another.
yeah.
Thank you.
Never saw it.
Thank you, Jim Kelly. Nobody saw these movies.
Keep going. If you have any more on the list, let's see if I've seen any of these.
25th Hour.
Nope.
Summer of Sam. I saw that.
That was a decent movie.
Didn't see
with
it.
John Leguizamo.
Game. I saw that.
Yeah.
Game. No.
He got Game. Yeah.
Oh, he got Game. Yes, I did.
Yeah,
see
he
it.
got
Yes,
Game.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's this like award-winning filmmaker for movies that nobody's ever seen.
Well, you were talking earlier on the show about the theme of failing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy kept climbing the ladder, and nobody saw any of his work.
Is he like comparable to like Tyler Perry? Or
Yes.
is that,
but at least with Tyler Perry, people actually go to see his movies.
Oh, got
You know what I mean?
His stuff was funny.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
His best altercation was against Reggie Miller in the Eastern Conference Finals when
yeah, that's a good point.
Back in the day.
Yep.
All right, guys. It's it's like 9/11 now. So here.
Kayal and Company Fight Club.
You're looking for a fight.
I am looking for a fight.
Fights will go on as long as they have to.
We know fights equal ratings.
We are gonna knock you out.
Fight Club on this. Sorry, I was a little quick on the trigger there. Fight Club on this Monday. Sponsored by Tri-County Auto Group. 3 locations, 1 priority. You visit tricounty.com. That's tricounty.com. Thank you, Tri-County Auto Group, for having the balls to sponsor Fight Club, because not a lot of businesses wanted to sponsor Fight Club.
Big balls.
And they know fights equal ratings. So thank you, Tri-County Auto Group, for your big balls.
Yeah. Hairy balls.
Not that. You don't need to take everything in the gutter. I meant basketballs.
Hey, you got to have stones to ride with Kayal and Company.
How
It's
dare
not
you.
for the weak at heart.
All right, so this happened at some preseason game. I don't know the player.
I can see the jerseys. This looks like did the Saints and Jaguars play this weekend?
I believe they did.
Okay.
Okay,
That
so
makes sense then.
thank you guys.
Yep.
This happened at a Saints and Jaguars game,
Which ended in a tie.
Technically a local story for Anna, because the Jaguars are in Jacksonville, which is also in Florida.
Yep.
So
yes,
Yeah.
football.
It's in New Orleans, I believe.
This is by two guys who get into it. All right, let's.
It looks like we have one guy in an Alvin Kamara Black Saints jersey.
Okay.
And one guy in the rookie Travis Hunter of the Jaguars.
Number 12, I believe, right?
The teal jersey.
Can we talk? All right, real quick, man to man here.
Hey,
can we talk about grown men wearing
jerseys?
The man of another on their back.
I would argue the only acceptable setting is at this setting at a game.
I'm going to disagree, and I know that's going to be an unpopular opinion, because I can't walk down the street in Philadelphia without seeing some sort of jersey. On kids, it's one thing, but grown men wearing jerseys,
grown man, even on Sunday in the fall on game day, going through the grocery store at 10:30 a.m. wearing a Jalen Hurts jersey, out of line.
That's the only day it's acceptable. Is
No,
when your
it's
team
not
is
in
playing.
public though.
Harry,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's never acceptable. I don't think wearing another man's. You put another man's name on your back.
You're a fan.
Like, what are you, a cuck?
All rational thinking is out the window.
I love, like, on a Tuesday in May, somebody's going down the street with a John Runyon jersey on. You're like, what?
I know. I'm fully prepared to get roasted for this because of the city that we live in. I understand the Eagles are a religion here. I'm not taking anything against that, away from that. I'm just saying that grown men wearing other grown men jerseys is weird.
Yeah.
I agree.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
As a non-sports fan, I do think it's a B move.
I could see how the non-sports fan thinks it's very bizarre.
I'm a sports fan. I'm a huge sports fan.
No, you're not.
Okay. All right, hang on. Okay, I might not be Harry Mays and Nick Kayal and Tony Bruno level sports fan, but I am a sports fan. I love. I watch football every Sunday. I have the NFL package. Like, I watch sports. I do.
He does. He watches a lot of the baseball games.
Can't you just have the jersey without the name on it? Like, I'm sure there's blank jerseys, right? Like,
Okay.
Put your own name on
That's
it.
a good.
There you go.
Anna brings up.
Oh boy.
Anna brings up a good point. If you're just wearing like an Eagles shirt or something, like that's fine.
T-shirt's fine. Yeah.
It's or an Eagles sweatshirt.
Yeah.
The sweatshirts are awesome.
Right.
It's just the jersey.
I actually
You're
think
being
it's
branded
worse.
by another
Yes,
man. Yeah.
like you're suiting up. You know what I mean? Like
I would argue it's worse to get your own customized name on it. I would rather just wear the Barkley jersey than put Kayal on number 26.
All right, the poll is now up. Get on over to YouTube right
Here
now.
we go.
Is it weird to wear a player's jersey as an adult?
610-6.
I'm gonna put yes on there. I am fully prepared to be in the minority on this. I'm fully prepared to say that a lot of people are going to say that this is a bad take.
Yeah.
But I stand by my take.
No, I think you're on the right side.
You just gave Joe Giglio his show today. You realize that?
Well, he needs something, doesn't he? There's only so much Eagles bowl washing they can do over there. All right.
Let's see the fight.
YouTube.com/@1210WPHT. I'm expecting this to be the most results we've ever had in a poll.
Okay.
In a poll result.
Well, I hope this is a good fight.
I may or may not have done this just to take away from the fight. No.
Jeez.
All right, roll this.
Oh!
A slide takedown.
And Drew Brees makes a cameo.
Great.
Now, it looks like there's another dude with a black polo. Are these security officers?
He slipped.
No,
No?
Wait. Do it again. I think he did almost like a jujitsu takedown.
Yeah, that's like a.
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
slip.
Oh,
Yeah.
that poor bastard.
Yeah. He either slipped on water or Mick Ultra. I mean, same thing, really.
Or urine.
Yeah.
Urine,
First of all, the dude, if he is a security guard or whatever,
he got worked.
He did. He got beat.
Yeah, he did.
And then his big belly came out, his pants fell down, and then he slips. Man.
Now, this, as we go next level, as we always do on this show, this could be a preseason only security guard. So we
That's
might
true.
not have seen the starters, the main security through the regular season in action. They could have been sitting this one out because it's preseason after all.
It's like the day shift at the strip club. It's not. It's...
RSW on the YouTube chat says, I don't follow a single sport, nor do I own a single jersey, but I don't see anything wrong with anyone wearing theirs at any age.
There you go.
Look, it's fair. I'm not saying there should be a law that you should ban it.
Right.
I'm just saying
an opinion.
It's just an opinion. I think it's a little odd. Grown men wearing Hertz on the back. You know, like, I don't know. You're brandishing another man's name on your back.
Yeah.
I'm voting no.
All right. YouTube.com/@1210WPHT. Don't give the results yet. I need everybody to get on over there and vote. Look, I said I'm fully prepared to be in the minority on this. It's just something I thought of when I saw that dude with the.
Yeah.
Whose jersey was he wearing?
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter.
Okay.
Their number one draft pick. He plays both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he plays both sides of the
He
ball.
was-
and
he
some
was
dude
the-
is going to wear him on his back.
He was the guy at Colorado
Right.
with
Yeah.
Shamar
Yes.
Sanders. Yeah. Wow.
YouTube.com/@1210WPHT. Get on over there.
Let me
and
ask you
vote.
this as well. You're that security guard.
Hmm.
I mean, you can't show up for work again, right?
No, you've been.
You just
it's
Yeah,
tough.
you got to resign.
You put your 2 weeks in, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how do you show back up with a straight face with your colleagues, knowing you're supposed to be able to somewhat handle yourself? And you got worked, your pants fell down, your shirt went up, you slipped. I mean, there's like 5 different disasters here in one
Yeah.
clip. This is going to be I'll tell you right now, I'll go out on a limb. This is the fight of the week, surely
Yeah.
for the comedic value of the guy on the losing end.
Agreed. I feel like the Benny Hill music should have been playing while this thing was going on.
Yeah,
But,
Newman, instead of doing pictures with The Shining that Stalker hasn't approved, can we dub in some goofy music and we'll put this out and let you doctor it up?
Dr. Philo McGroin says, "Hey Greg, how about the guys who paint their face in full pads and uniform?" Yeah,
Yeah.
I get fandom. Like, I understand it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Again, I'm not opposed to people wearing Philadelphia Eagles sweatshirts or shirts or something like that. It's just the jersey is just weird. It just is. I don't know.
agree.
That's all I would say about that. Quick break, and then we should come back because I have a ton more.
All right, 9 o'clock hour brought to you by Spring Dance Hot Tubs.
Yeah.
Spring Dance Hot Tub
Hey.
anniversary sale time. Save up to $5,000 on hot tubs or endless pools starting at just $170 a month. Get 50% off endless pool accessories and up to $2,000 off a Cabana cover. Sale ends on Labor Day. Visit springdancehottubs.com.
Stop buying gold online. Edelman's Coins is the Philadelphia area's largest buyer and seller of gold and silver bullion. Family owned for 99 years, Edelman's Coins has continued to provide ultra-competitive pricing paired with unparalleled customer service. With transparent buy-sell spreads, you know you will always get a fair deal. When buying or selling bullion or coins, think Edelman's Coins. Call 215-572-6480 or visit edelmanscoins.com.
Dawn Stensland here with exciting news from my friends at Piazza Auto Group. Acura has just been named America's Best Value Luxury Brand in Kelley Blue Book's 2025 Consumer Choice Awards. That means top performance, cutting-edge tech, and unmistakable style, all with long-term value you can trust. From the sporty Integra to the all-new ADX and your dynamic MDX, Acura delivers more for your drive and your dollar. Visit Piazza Acura in Ardmore, Reading, or Westchester. Shop online, piazzaacura.com. Tell Dawn sent you.
Tune in to the Crash Proof Retirement Show Saturdays at 11 a.m. to hear Joanne Small-Canella and Tracy Stillman. The Crash Proof Retirement Show, Saturday mornings at 11 on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
Ooh, ma.
What was that?
That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm? I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Imagine if today was the day your idea changed someone's life. Imagine if you could help someone pay for college, help your community build a new playground, or help a child make it to that dream competition. With GoFundMe, it's all possible. GoFundMe is the world's #1 fundraising platform trusted by over 200 million people. Every week, ordinary people meet their goals and do extraordinary things. Your ideas matter. GoFundMe isn't just for emergencies. Want to raise money for your kid's soccer team or raise funds for a small business, a creative project, or event? GoFundMe helps you turn ideas into reality. And help adds up. Fundraisers you start for someone else raise up to 5 times more. So think right now, who could use your help? Change rarely comes from waiting. It comes from someone deciding, today I'll start. Don't wait for someone else to bring change. Today, start your fundraiser in just minutes at GoFundMe.com/news. That's GoFundMe.com/news to start your fundraiser. GoFundMe.com/NEWS. This is a commercial message brought to you by GoFundMe.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/free and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/free. openphone.com/FREE.
Hey, Dawn Stensland here. You've heard me talk about replacing my windows and doors with Chapman Windows, Doors, and Siding for years now. If you're thinking about an exterior home remodeling project, right now is the perfect time. For the month of August, take advantage of 24-month interest-free financing. On top of that, August is the final month to take advantage of 20% off all siding. So whether you want that fiber cement siding or vinyl, Chapman Windows, Doors, and Siding has you covered. With more than 30 years of experience, Chapman completes every project with such care and precision. And they always go that extra mile to work with you on all the different styles, options that are best going to fit your home and your budget. Don't put it off. Take advantage. 24 months interest-free financing and 20% off today. Call them, 610-431-8898, 610-431-8898, ChapmanWindowsDoors.com. Tell them Dawn sent you.
Let's talk about your health. You need to undergo complex dental surgery. I'm talking the whole 9 yards, implants, crowns, etc. Are you really going to trust just any pop-up dental chain, or do you want the best of the best? When it comes to complex dental surgery, for over 12 consecutive years, Dr. Mike Veneria Dental, has been recognized by his peers as a master of complex, masterful dentistry. Dr. Mike treats other doctors. The experts call Dr. Mike the expert. You want a dentist who actually cares about your health, and with Dr. Mike, it's not about cost, it's about care. His compassion and commitment to your health is his top priority, and that is why Dr. Mike is a dentist the entire Zioli family trusts. When it comes to your health, including your dental health, that's never the time to cut corners. You want the best and only the best. So make your appointment to see him today and get a free dental implant consultation. If you already had an estimate for one, get a second opinion. It's worth doing. 856-786-2020, BenariaDental.com.
WPHT, WPHT-HD, WOGL HD3 Philadelphia. From the Piazza Auto Group Studios, experience the power of one with 8 brands and 25 locations. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
When you get hurt, you don't want to end up on the injured list. You want to get back in the game, stronger than ever. At Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, we fight for you, making sure big insurance doesn't throw you a curveball. With over $25 billion recovered, we're the home run hitters you need.
This is gone.
Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Morgan & Morgan is responsible for this ad. John Morgan is licensed in Florida and Tennessee. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. Available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
Don Stensland this morning at 10. Kayal and Company now on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT and the free Odyssey app.
Kayal and Company, top of the hour. Mike Opelka will be in for Dawn Stensland this morning, and we'll chat with Stunt Brain in just about 15 minutes. 855-839-1210.
By the way, get on over to YouTube, youtube.com/at1210WPHT. Is it weird to wear a player's jersey as an adult? We had this ongoing discussion for the 9 o'clock hour.
Stemming from Fight Club.
Yeah. Yes. Wearing a jersey as an adult of another player is a weird.
Let's see what Joe in Ambler thinks. Joe, you're on Talk Radio 1210. Hello, Joe.
Hey, what's up, fellas? Hey. Yeah, I think it's pretty pathetic and ironic that you guys are talking about, jerseys and stuff like that, but yet you guys will go and wear Trump hats and jerseys and jackets, bumper stickers. I mean, like, come on, guys.
That's
I think
that's totally weird.
I
think that's totally weird.
You think that's
weird?
weird?
Think about how that sounds.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, and you
Yes.
guys are like, yeah, come on. You know what I mean?
So, Harry,
you guys will go
I
do
agree.
that.
Harry, you agree with Joe. So you
Yes.
think it's odd to wear anything political as far as apparel?
Well, I mean,
Hat, jersey,
I'm
not jersey, but hat, T-shirt.
Yeah, I think that's weird.
See, I'm gonna
same with the signs in your front yard. All that stuff.
Well, what is there a difference? Anna,
Yeah.
is there a difference between the hat versus the sign?
I want to say yes, but I don't know why. I feel like I need to reflect inward why I feel this way. Not quite sure. Yeah, I think it'd be weird to wear like a Trump hat, maybe more just like a general MAGA being for a movement rather than just like
For the country.
a cult following a leader, you know?
I'm consistent with the motive and the setting. To me, if you are wearing the MAGA hat at the rally, at a convention, anything, leading up to an election, like, if Trump's coming to, I hate to bring up Butler, but it's the first thing I think of, Butler, right? You wear your MAGA hat. I think if you're wearing your MAGA hat, which is totally your right to do, I think a lot of people at this point do it as an intentional way of trolling people because it triggers people. Now, I actually think can we play the picture? Can we post the picture on YouTube? I think I said this to Phil earlier. Phil, do we have the guy at the Phillies game yesterday? It was with Kyle Schwarber. Yeah, put this in. So this guy is, now this is great. So Schwarber is up the bat, Nationals Phillies in D.C., and there's a guy sitting home plate, front row. But if you look, not only is he wearing the Trump hat, he's wearing the Trump 2028 hat.
Right. Yeah, that's a troll job.
That's a
amazing.
troll job, right?
That is
absolutely.
That is hysterical.
And everybody was taking the bait on social media on Saturday because the people on the left on X were posting, I guess this dummy doesn't know how to read the Constitution. Like every Trump voter knows that Trump's not eligible for a third term.
Yeah.
But Trump is selling those hats as a way to trigger the left.
But at least he wasn't escorted out by the stadium employees like that soccer fan was a few weeks ago in St. Louis. Remember that?
Well, yes, exactly.
Right.
Well, here's my take on this is because, I wear band shirts and stuff like that. So somebody would say, well, how is what you do any different? It is in my mind, and Trump, I would say this too. It's a brand. You know what I mean? It's like wearing Nike. So Trump is a brand. So you're wearing. I don't know. I just feel it different. And the whole thing with the jersey too is like you're not you're suiting up. You're not playing. You know what I mean? Like you're wearing what a player wears with their name on the. It's odd to me. So yes, in my mind there is something different. And I don't wear any merch by any politician. None.
Right.
So I'm not saying one side or the other. I'm just saying that it is different in my mind to have Trump or Make America Great Again than wearing a jersey with the player's name.
Like for me, I had, during the build up to the election, I had one of the Trump 2024 Take America Back bumper stickers on the back of my truck.
You had two of them on at one point.
Two of them, and then one diminished and started to peel off. So I had to peel that one off. So then I was with one, and I was like, this looks dumb, so I took the second one off. But I don't wear the hat. Not that I don't like the hat. The hat does not look good on my head. Yeah. There's certain hats that fit my big squash the right way. And the MAGA hat, I look like a doofus with it on, so I don't wear it.
Right.
But I would also say this, too. When we're talking about, I just had a Biden moment. I had a good.
Oh, boy.
Here it is. So I'm gonna point myself out as a total hypocrite. I think it's a violation to wear a jersey outside of game day, like with the NFL, what we're talking about. Here's where I commit the act, though. And Greg, you're a wrestling fan, and you talked about music.
Oh, here we go.
I will still wear a wrestling T-shirt to a WWE event when I go.
You're a 41-year-old man.
Yeah.
You're wearing wrestling T-shirts.
I still have. And it's the best one of all time.
Cancel yourself.
Remember the lavender Macho Man Randy Savage T-shirt?
Oh my God!
I will pull that out for wrestling.
Yeah, it's just,
wow.
So I'm a total
eat your
hypocrite.
Slim Jims.
That's right.
Yeah. Wow.
What'd you say, Anna?
I said, who do you attend these events with?
It's a great question.
That's
other nitwits.
That's none of your business. I'll ask you to stay out of my personal affairs.
See, I know, Road Warrior says, Stalker, you're digging a deeper hole. I get it. I knew that my take was going to be to get pushback, but that never stopped me from, saying it.
So,
it's something about the jersey that I just seeing a grown man on a Sunday in the grocery store with a Hertz or Barkley jersey on. It's just like, come on.
So are you against idolizing an individual, whether it's a hat or jersey, but on board if it's generically the team or, in your case, the band? Like, you wore a Kiss shirt on Friday, right?
I did, yeah.
And it was vintage.
Yeah. Yes.
But it wasn't necessarily a single musician or performer in said band.
Well, I have a David Crosby shirt on, the one with, where he's smoking the joint. Like,
okay.
I love that shirt.
Okay.
So, like, yeah. No, I know there's inconsistencies to my take.
Well, same
like,
here.
I'm fine with that. And I don't equate the Trump stuff with the same thing. I just don't.
I mean,
I'll wear a USA hat, but I don't wear a MAGA hat. I don't own a MAGA hat.
I would argue right now, in the world of apparel branding, there might not be anything more reactionary and thought-provoking or thought-inducing than the MAGA hat. If you love Trump, that hat is iconic. If you have TDS, you see that on an airplane, and you start freaking out, and you ask for the flight attendant to kick the person
off the plane.
Right?
Yeah.
RSW on the YouTube chat says, my entire wardrobe is one of two subjects, USMC or Harley Davidson. Again, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with branded shirts.
Yeah.
It's just the jersey. That's it. How many times do I have to say it? It's just the jersey with a dude's name on your back. It's weird. Thank you.
Yes.
You're a grown man.
Yes.
Have your own identity. Hurts.
Yes.
I know everything. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I will stand by my take.
Good.
I don't care.
Go down with the ship.
I
love
will.
it. All right. Harry Mays, great stuff, buddy. Thank you.
All right. Good to see you.
Thanks,
good
buddy.
to see you guys.
All right,
See you next week.
There's
All right,
Harry
bye.
Mays off to get his Kirkland golf balls and his Kirkland vodka. All right, we'll come back and get to our boy Mike Opelka and the bells and the whistles on a Monday show because Opelka's in for Dawn at the top of the hour, and we're back after this.
If you've been diagnosed with cancer either recently or in the past, you probably wonder where to turn and what to do. What you can do is contact Dr. Molly Fantasia and her medical staff at Innovative Medical Associates. There is so much that Dr. Molly can do and have done with patients now and in the past. Whether it's boosting your immune system or helping you navigate the difficulties of any type of cancer diagnosis, Dr. Molly and her team can help. The initial consultation is complimentary, and you'll find it will be a very enlightening experience. Contact Innovative Medical Associates at 856-489-0505 or visit them on the web at innovativemedicalassociates.com. That's innovativemedicalassociates.com. Cancer, it doesn't have to be the end. It is only the beginning when you contact Innovative Medical Associates. And don't forget to listen to Dr. Molly Fantasia on the program Health Watch, heard every Sunday live from 8 till 9 a.m. and again from 4 till 5 p.m. on Talk Radio 1210 WPHT.
If you depend on Social Security, your retirement lifestyle may be at risk.
Jim O'Neill, I'm from Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. I have my doubts about where we're going as a country. Much of our Social Security funding may dry up, which is not good for the citizens who paid into that system. Take your money and put it into a crash-proof retirement system. With the crash-proof retirement system, I can supplement or even replace Social Security and not deplete my nest egg. It's guaranteed. This year, I have earned over 14%. We do not have to pay any fees, and you cannot lose it. I have absolute peace of mind because I am protected by crash-proof retirement.
Schedule an appointment or register for our next event happening at Downingtown Country Club on Wednesday, August 20th, starting at 5 p.m. 800-722-9728 or crashproofretirement.com.
This Labor Day weekend, we're celebrating Bob's Discount Furniture's 200th store milestone with the entire Bob's family across the country. For more than 30 years, we've believed everyone deserves the home they love. That's why we brought our everyday low prices on furniture, mattresses, and more to over 200 locations from coast to coast and counting. Not to mention free treats for the whole family in our cafes. Celebrate Bob's Discount Furniture's 200 store milestone this Labor Day weekend. Oh, my Bob!
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/life. That's ethos.com/life.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
Hey, it's Rich Zioli. When it comes to protecting your home, trust matters. Trust is everything. That's why I use and only recommend Emmons Roofing and Siding. They've been doing it right for over 35 years. Emmons is family-owned, local, and reliable. So whether you need roofing, siding, windows, or doors, Emmons has you covered. And as an Owens Corning Platinum contractor, they offer lifetime warranties on the roof. So call 855-4-EMMONS or visit callemmons.com today. Peace of mind is just a call away. Tell them I sent you.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com/fax or a store near you. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
This Labor Day weekend, we're celebrating Bob's Discount Furniture's 200th store milestone with the entire Bob's family across the country. For more than 30 years, we've believed everyone deserves the home they love. That's why we brought our everyday low prices on furniture, mattresses, and more to over 200 locations from coast to coast and counting. Not to mention free treats for the whole family in our cafes. Celebrate Bob's Discount Furniture's 200 store milestone this Labor Day weekend.
Oh, my Bob! Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Free speech lives here on Odyssey's #1 talk station. Talk Radio 1210. WPHT.
It's Kayal and Company, 9:45 Monday morning. A big shout out to one of our loyal, devoted listeners, Sharon.
Yeah.
Who says, great show as always. Good morning, Nick. Any chance of a shout out? I am celebrating my 29th wedding anniversary.
Wow, Sharon.
Wow.
Nice.
With my husband, Ken, today.
Nice.
Congratulations. Almost 3 decades of marriage. God bless you guys.
Yeah.
Not sure how you do it. DM me with all the secret ingredients.
By the way, next week is my 15th wedding anniversary. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm coming up on, I think I'm coming up on 17 this November.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. As we welcome in the man, the myth, the Radio Genius Productions legend. It's been a while.
Woo!
But it's good to have him back in the fold. Stunt brain himself. What up, Opelka?
Hey, good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to Kvetch Monday, where everyone gets to kvetch today.
Well,
good to see ya.
Before we bring you in on other things, Opelka, let me ask you this. Is it weird to wear a player's jersey as an adult?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. I always, whenever I see anybody wearing a player's jersey in public, I always call them by that name.
Hey,
Do they turn around?
Yeah, and they're because they kind of look like, are you
Yeah.
talking to me? Yeah. It's for kids.
Yeah.
Not for adults.
Thank you.
Let me throw this wrinkle into you as golfers, and we'll get into the fact that you and I haven't golfed together in 2 years, which is a crime in its
It's
own
been great, right?
Yeah,
It's been wonderful. Calm,
I
peaceful.
so miss you because you bring bourbon, aka swing oil. We film things, largely our quest for hole-in-ones that never happen. But what about the MAGA hat at a golf course, whether public or private, not maybe knowing the political landscape of said club? Is that out of line?
No, I wear a different Trump-era hat almost every single time I play.
Yep.
And I play in Delaware, and we are infested with liberals here. It's a very blue state.
Infested.
And it makes them unhappy, and I love it. We used to fly, before the election, we actually flew one of the 4 by 6 foot Trump flags on the back of the golf cart, and someone called the pro shop and complained.
Yeah, I had
They're
a feeling.
flying a flag. How
They're
dare
gonna,
they?
they're going to cause an insurrection on the 9th fairway.
That's it. That's
it'll be
it.
over. It's a threat to golfing democracy. So, has anybody ever came up to you with the hat on at your club?
Yeah.
And I don't want to out your club publicly, but as a
It's DuPont. Everybody knows. I play at DuPont.
Okay.
And, yeah, there are people that come up all the time. And one guy came up and said, you know, he's a felon. And I said, excuse me, he goes, your hat. Yeah. And I said, would you like an extra? I have more than one. And that usually gets them really mad.
Like, you just call the cart girl over. Hey, get this guy whatever he wants so he'll relax and take.
Nick,
I'm trying to shoot
Nick.
77 here.
Nick, stop calling them cart girls. That is just in 2025 they are beer angels. That's really what they are.
Non-binary.
Or in my case, nowhere to be seen when I need one. Unbelievable.
Hey, by the way, Michael Pelka, do you know Anna Hummel?
Oh, yes. I think I had the pleasure of talking to Anna. God, I don't know when, a while back.
Last year.
Last year, and she reached out to me, and we talked radio, and I thought, wow, this is really exciting because radio's been a vast wasteland of intelligent and fun and just hopeful young women, and I was so happy to make her acquaintance, and I'm really happy that you guys are making use of Anna because I think she's a breath of fresh air. I love Dawn, but this makes me feel like we've got a minor league team that's bringing up some real good
Agreed.
new stars coming.
Agreed. And
Wow, thank you. Thank you for calling me young, by the way. It's been a while since anyone.
Look, I'm at
you
level
young.
68. Everybody's younger than me.
Yeah.
So Opelka said it the politically correct way. I would just say that Hummel's a talented broad.
Both are very acceptable.
By the way, since we're Phil, actually, I need you to do me a favor.
Okay.
Oh wait, hang on.
There we go.
I need you to go into the studio and play another cut for me because there's one thing I need to do.
Okay.
Hang on. Thank you.
Here we go.
Thank
This is
you.
going to be great.
No. I just wanted to. Since we have Michael Pelka here, who's filling in for Dawn, by the way, coming up at 10 o'clock. Phil was all ready for his big debut, and I stifled it.
Yeah.
Ed Martin was on with Maria Bartiromo. Did you see this? Did you see this, Michael Pelka? Talking about January.
Yes.
Yeah. Talking about January 6th. I wanted to play this before the end of the program, and I'm sure you're going to carry on this conversation at 10 o'clock. Can you pull up cut 34, Phil? Cut 34?
Well, let's talk about January 6th, because you are also investigating January 6th, which was also part of this 10 years of scandals. What have you learned?
Well, again, Attorney General Pam Bondi let us loose on this, and there's a group of us working on January 6th. What we've learned is that the federal government, the Department of Justice, but other aspects, targeted these citizens. They basically turned government on to make the hoax work. So I'm not talking about somebody that pushes a cop. That's a charge you can look at in charge. I'm talking about that the FBI and others were putting American citizens on terrorism watch lists. They were auditing their IRS tax returns. They were targeting the American people. They were taking massive amounts of resources and moving them from fighting, child trafficking and fighting real corruption and saying we have to move everybody to look at the Capitol siege. It was a political hoax that was driven by Garland, Lisa Monaco, and others. And what, again, Attorney General Bondi has said is get to the bottom of it. Some of it may not be illegal, but it's some of the worst. In federal prosecutor world, we think about the importance of that role. There's a guy named Robert Jackson who is the prosecutor guy. And what you see is Lisa Monaco's Justice Department acting in ways we've never seen before. This is going, and when we show all that, and we're writing reports regularly on it, it's not one aspect. The federal court system was used in a way. The jails were used in a way to punish people. It's foreign. They didn't do this to the terrorists after 9/11, and they were doing it to American citizens. So that's a fulsome investigation on January 6th, and it will make clear the hoax, which is really the 2020 election hoax. We were told we couldn't talk about it because of January 6th, and the whole thing is falling apart, Maria, and it's going to get to the bottom, and the players are always the same. It's always the same. The same people on December 9th, 2016, in the Situation Room in Obama's White House are playing the same game all these years.
Sorry, Ed, gotta go. The music's playing. Love that. So, Mike Opelka, anytime there's anything significant or anything with a salacious headline, when Pam Bondi says go after it, we get results. Hashtag eye roll.
So far, the only guy who's gotten indicted, arrested, is the guy who threw the sandwich. Nobody in Epstein case, nobody in the January 6th scam, nobody in the Russia gate, but you throw a $5 footlong at somebody.
That's right.
And you are in handcuffs and being pork-blogged. Nobody, until that happens, I'm not going to be happy with Pam Bondi.
Damn right. Mike Opelka breaking it down as only he can. Remember, there are children out there starving that would love that $7.89 long footlong, right? And we throw it at our DOJ officials.
When you go into Subway today, ask them for something with penetrating power. Is it the extra onions? Is it the peppers? Get the hot, not the sweet, because they're a little bit tougher.
All right. Mike, you want to hang around with us for some music and some movies and some shenanigans?
Shenanigans, I'm in, especially if it's Phil, of course.
Right.
Well, let's start with the morning mystery movie clip.
Yeah, let's see if Jimmy Kelly's got it lined up here.
And now, the morning mystery movie clip on Kayal and Company. Talk Radio 1210, WPHT.
How many times do I have to tell you the right tool for the right job?
I don't think I've ever seen him happier.
Level?
Rich. I hope. Doesn't anything work on this ship?
It's like our studio.
Can you clear that up? Can we have a little quiet?
That's probably why Jimmy played it.
It's great.
That's exactly right. Yeah. We call it 12 at 855-839-1210, and you could win this great prize.
All right. Today and all week long, you can win a Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning digital movie code. Tom Cruise stars as Ethan Hunt in this action-packed thrill ride that even film critics are calling the biggest and wildest mission yet. Go inside the incredible stunts with over 50 minutes of jaw-dropping extras when you buy on digital, available at participating retailers. Rated PG-13 from Paramount Pictures. Caller 12-855-839-1210. Any idea, any guess, Mike Opelka, without giving the answer? Did you know that clip?
I thought it was Animal Farm, since this is the anniversary of the publication of the book. But no.
Okay.
No, I guess not.
Anna Hummel, any guess from you without guessing?
Oh, God, no. No. Sorry, totally useless here.
All right. Let's go from the movies to the music, fresh off of another resounding victory on Saturday night. It's H-Share himself with Today in Music History.
What happened on this day in music history? Music history on Kayal and Company.
Today
August 18th, we celebrate the birthday of Dennis Elliott from Foreigner, who's 75. Sings include Crazy Crazy Nights by Kiss in 87. Album includes Slippery When Wet by Bon Jovi in 86. True as Steel by Warlock, also on 86. Who Are You by The Who in 78. Drama by Yes in 80, and Loving Every Minute of It by Loverboy in 85. Also 97, the Stones announced their Bridges to Babylon tour. In 77 was Elvis's funeral. In 84, Motley Crue made their live UK debut at the Monsters of Rock show in Donington, England. In 77, the Police made their live debut. In 66, the Doors signed with Elektra Records, and in 62, Ringo made his Beatles debut. But lastly, on this day in 69, Jimi Hendrix closed out Woodstock with Hey Joe, and Mick Jagger was hit in the hand by a stray bullet while filming the gangster movie Ned Kelly in Australia. For Kayal and Company, I'm Phil Almquist.
Wow, stray bullets in Australia.
Yep.
By the way,
happened in Philadelphia.
By the way, Phil and I were together on Saturday, and when I say together, we said hello.
We said hello. We were the same row, which was crazy.
But him and I went to see
Billy Idol
and Joan Jett at the Mann Center on Saturday night.
Who was the host and who was the receiver?
Wait.
Gotta go back to hour one.
Yeah.
Billy Idol and Joan Jett.
Yep.
Was it the Blue Plate Special show that opened at 4 and ended at 9?
It was. By the way, she went on promptly at 7:30. He went on promptly at 9. The show ended promptly at 10:30. It's exactly how concerts need to be done. They need to be done for us old people. Thank you.
There you go. All right, Opelka, you will not promptly be on at 10 a.m., but you are coming up in Dawn Slot. What do you have lined up?
Nick Searcy, the actor Nick Searcy, actor-director, is going to be live at 11:35 with us. He's got a book that tells his story with Hollywood, and speaking of January 6th, he was there but not inside the building, and he still got canceled by Hollywood.
Wow.
He's an incredible actor and director, and he's got a great story.
Okay. Mike Opelka coming up for Dawn in just a few moments. John is in the Northeast and has identified our movie. John, what did we just play for you?
Star Trek 5. I took a wild guess.
Star Trek 5.
That's right.
Oh
5.
Good job, John.
Yes.
that is a random pull.
Nice job out of you. You've got the Tom Cruise Mission Impossible digital download.
By the way, Star Trek 3 or Wrath of Khan, is that 2 or 3?
I'm not a Star Trek guy. I don't know.
The best Star Trek movie.
Uh-oh.
Thank you.
Is that an unpopular take?
I don't
Let the YouTube comments be known. All right, Opelka, have a good show, and we will chat again tomorrow. Anna, great stuff from Florida. We will reconvene tomorrow at 6 a.m. Sound good?
Beautiful. Thanks, guys.
By the way, tomorrow, hopefully, Anna, we will have all of our technical issues worked out.
Right.
Sure that's happening.
Yeah, no, it's not happening.
Yes. And as John Fetterman would say.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Well, there's the theme of the day.
Say it
Good
again.
night, everybody.
There we go. Opelka next.
Come into Tri-County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram for the Make This the Summer event. Right now, you can lease a new 2025 Jeep Wrangler Sport 4xe for only $349 a month for 36 months. Or check out a new